Welcome back to the Bourbon BS podcast. Sort of. We are doing something different this week, and we're encouraging anyone to join us within reason. We have the right to filter anyone out and not have them come on. So, because it's our show. Nate, how are you?
Good. I'm full, actually.
You're full. Nice. So we are doing this a little bit different this week. We are streaming live on everything. Probably won't post the audio unless this turns out to be a good discussion. Nate's already frozen on the screen.
Did I lose you or did you lose me?
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me. So great start. There you are. There he is. He is remote at this place. We are doing basically, it was the Valentine's Day episode, and I think you guys have heard our stories enough. So if it was just the two of us, we didn't have a guest this week. So we figured we would just do this and see if we can get some guests on. So if you guys are listening and want to join us, I have the banner going across the bottom there. But we are going to be seeing what guests stop by during this Valentine's Day special event. So Nate is on already. We've got someone else that was interested, I know. But, yeah, we're going to be just kind of going through this, smoking different things, drinking some different stuff, just checking in. Kristen, my girlfriend, is out of town, so I'm free. Nate, I know you guys had dinner, but you and Jess you were hanging out earlier. Is that right?
Well, she was in the basement all day working. And so I spent most of the day in the living room until it got peak sunshine on the patio and warmth, and layered up and moved to the back patio to sit in the sunshine, smoke some cigars, watch some TV on the tablet, and just nice. Enjoy the sunshine.
I think I'm hearing your headphones on your jacket. I'm like, what is that?
Because it's like noise? It's like right here inside, like the vest.
No problem.
Right here.
No problem. What are you smoking tonight?
I just lit up a Sin Compromiso from Steve Saka. Love this cigar. Wish I could get my hands on it a little bit more frequently, but I've been sitting on this one for almost a year, I think.
Okay.
Just because it's one of those that I don't find around town all that often, but it's a really nice smoke, and when I smoke it, I want to really be able to enjoy it. So figured, why not? After dinner, having a full meal, having some rye whiskey, it's like, let's bust this puppy out.
Bust it out, man. I am smoking we'll probably repeat ourselves if anyone joins us too. I am smoking the new Rocky Patel. This is the Dark Star with the new packaging, new branding on there. A little brighter than it was. I don't know if you're familiar with the way it looked, but a little bit brighter, a little easier to read. So I'm happy that they kind of updated that. We have not featured it on the show yet. I'm trying to get at least Rob Wilson on there on the show, and so that we can feature it and talk a little bit more about it. But you said you have smoked that before?
Yeah, I think I smoked one with the old band on it back in December when he came by the Tinder Box.
Okay. Yeah, this one is it was confusing to me because when I was talking to him about it today, this one is so it's made by Rocky Patel, but I was confused because it's made. I didn't realize that they had access, or they have kind of a space at the Honduran Plasencia factory. So when you read it, it's actually made at the Plasencia factory, but it's going to be made by Rocky Patel essentially with their access to that factory. So kind of confusing when you read up about it, but it's unique. I do want to talk about the blend here. So it's the Rocky Patel Dark Star. I'll put it up on the screen here. I didn't actually make any banners tonight because we're kind of doing things a little differently, but let me change it real quick so you guys can see it and people will ask about it maybe. Oh, yeah, of course. Awkward when I'm doing it all myself here.
Yeah.
we go. Boom and boom. So the Rocky Patel Dark Star, it is, there's some uniqueness to it. The wrapper is Corojo, but it is a Honduran Corojo. And this is going to be something that also has some Honduran and Nicaraguan filler. But one of the unique parts about this, and I had no idea, is that they actually, part of the filler blend is going to be from Paraguay.
Oh, okay.
So that's very unique. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's rather unique there.
Yeah, I can't think of any other cigars I've smoked that had tobacco from Paraguay.
No, I know for a fact I
mean, we've had cigars, with Peruvian, Costa Rican tobacco, Italian tobacco, Colombian tobacco. Paraguay, not so much.
Not so much. But a seed from Paraguay that's grown in, so it's a seed from Paraguay that's grown in Honduras. So it is a little bit tricky, but it's Rocky himself, he compares it to Costa Rican tobacco as far as flavor profile. So you get a little nuttiness to it, but a little nuttiness, a little spice to it. So a little different.
Okay. Yeah.
A little different.
So it's a seed grown in Ecuador, but from Paraguay. Is that what you said?
Seed from Paraguay grown in Honduras.
Or Honduras, not Ecuador. Yeah, Honduras.
Not Ecuador, yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically Honduran and Nicaraguan tobacco.
Yeah. But much like, you think Corojo seed,
Cuban seed grown in Nicaragua.
Cuban seed, yeah, or Connecticut seed. This is going to be that Paraguayan. How do you say it? What is it? How do you
Paraguayan?
say that? I don't think that's right. I mean, that's all I can think of, though.
Paraguayan?
Paraguay. Yeah. Ryan Vendrick is watching. If he is, I don't know if you know how to say something's from Paraguay.
Where's Ray at?
Yeah, Ray. Yeah, I think this will trip some people out tonight that we're doing it this way. But we'll see. I know. I think Mike Dieter is going to be joining us. If anyone's watching right now, it is different this week because it is a holiday, so we're just kind of doing a little bit more of a freestyle type of conversation, just hanging out, sipping on. I've got some Sazerac, and I'm smoking the Rocky Patel Dark Star, which is a new cigar from them.
We just recently. I'm sipping on Willet 4-year rye.
Very nice.
I have 2 bottles of it, and I was actually going to do like a side by side, and then I realized that the other bottle's not even open. Paraguayan. All right.
Well, this is also followed up. Paraguayan. He said that's his best shot. So I wouldn't take that as authority at this point, since he's following it up with that's his best shot.
Well, hit us with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 2 different batches of the Willet 4-year rye, and I was thinking about doing a side by side, and then I was like, oh wait, the other one's not even open, so I'll just drink this one today.
I get it. That's all right. I opened a fresh bottle of Sazerac. It's finding it everywhere, which is good. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. We at Carfagna's, we ordered it a few weeks ago because it's no longer an allocated item. It's no longer limited, and we ordered like 9 cases of it, and we still have a couple cases of it on the shelf, and I think 1 in back stock.
Nice. Yeah, it's still. Are you say it is still allocated or not?
It is no longer allocated. It's no longer limited. People can buy as much of it as they want to.
And that's interesting because it's still behind the counter at where I was at. So I don't know if that memo's gotten out completely.
Well, I know the Sazerac rep had been going around Central Ohio telling stores about that. It's just stores are going to put it where they want to.
Yeah.
So it's still one of those, for the longest time was really hard to get. People come in asking for it. So I can understand why they put it, behind the counter. Obviously, our store is a little bit different. So, we just threw it on an end cap and it's right next to two different benchmark products, just on an end cap.
I got you.
That new Traveler has been moving well.
They had a couple cases of that where I was
So,
like, it was out like in the cases, so like people could like see it was right at the counter. But yeah, they had plenty of that.
Yeah, we had it case stacked on Friday when it came in, and we had gotten in 9 cases of it. And when I came in Monday morning, we were down to our last case. And then
still going pretty quickly.
Oh yeah. I mean, to sell 9 cases of anything in 3 days, that's
I think it might slow down. We'll see.
Yeah.
Is there any way you kind of prop that like on top so it's not when your chin moves, it's hitting it? There you go. You don't have to hold it. Just I think it's try that.
We'll see.
Sure.
But yeah, it's one of those where the last few weeks we haven't gotten a whole lot of allocated items for our drops. Just your basic Weller red and green.
Yeah.
So there hasn't been a whole lot that we've gotten, but then when we get, something like that, it's a $40 bottle, 9 cases of it, and you sell out of it that quickly, like that helps your sales numbers to, account for the, normal allocated items that people flood the store for every Saturday.
No, absolutely. I get that. I mean, it's just the fact that I don't know. I think it'll slow down when people aren't as like in it. You know what I mean? Like they're worried. I don't know why. I mean, I think it's a lot of hype, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's, as we've talked about before, there's really no secondary market for it.
Right.
And, people are starting to realize what it actually is and not what they thought it was. So, yeah, I think that's eventually going to slow it down a little bit as well.
I would think so.
It's still a solid product that you're supposed to be able to find, every day. It's just you got to wait for that initial hype to die down. But the crazy thing is, like, over the last week, I've not gotten asked for allocated items as much. I've been getting asked for that new, and it's not even available in Ohio yet, that new Crown Royal Blackberry.
Crown Royal Blackberry, and that's not out yet, correct?
Yeah, so it's supposed to show up in Ohio sometime March to May, kind of, and that we don't know exactly when, but yeah, people have been coming in looking for that, and we started telling them about Starlight's Blackberry whiskey, and so people start buying that like crazy, and we sold 2 cases of that in 2 days, and it's like, well, shit, now we're out, so we got to order more of that until the Crown Royal shows up.
Nice. Mike Dieter.
What's up, everybody? By the way, were you guys talking about the Traveler?
Yeah, talking about the Traveler right now.
There's so much of it by me. It's all over the place.
I think the first shipments, that's what we were just talking about. I think now that it's kind of out and people got their bottles and made their judgments of it, obviously they're going to go ahead and they're going to probably not buy it nearly as much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
did you
go ahead.
Did you like yours?
I did. I think we're still going to feature it. Now that we can get bottles, we'll definitely feature it on the show as like a proper part 1. But I mean, I did. I enjoyed it. For me, it was just the huge hype on this. You know what I mean? That was the big thing there. Is it was a huge hype that I just didn't get. I mean, so they were all gone right away. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I did enjoy it. I'm like, it's a $40 bottle, blended whiskey. I don't know what people were expecting. As I've said before on here when we were briefly talking about it, it's like, I don't know if they thought like Chris Stapleton like pissed in it and it's going to like taste like, a unicorn bottle. And I just don't get it. I get people.
Well, I think a lot of people
try it, but when people were buying like 3-4 bottles because they thought that they could, I think they thought it was going to be something that they could sell on secondary.
Got it.
That's what I thought.
I also think part of it was, they sat there and they thought because it was being distributed by Buffalo Trace that it was like Buffalo Trace distillate. So I think they were going in they were expecting something along the lines of Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, stuff like that. But then when you read the label, like two things stick out if you actually read the label, which a lot of people didn't pay attention to. One, it says blended and bottled by Buffalo Trace. It doesn't say it's distilled by Buffalo Trace. And then in the paragraphs on that back label, it says sourced from award-winning distilleries. So it's coming from multiple places, multiple distilleries. And again, it's a whiskey. It's not a bourbon. So not everything that went into that blend qualifies as a bourbon. So there's probably some rye whiskey in there.
Yeah. It doesn't. You said it doesn't say anything about being bourbons.
Well, because it just says, if you look at the label, it says Traveler Whiskey.
Yeah,
it does.
So it doesn't say Traveler Bourbon.
Well, it could have some young stuff in there too, right?
But then it would if they wanted to call it bourbon, it'd be stuff that was less than 4 years old.
Right.
And but in order for them to call it bourbon, they then would have to put an age statement on it, which would have to say, at least 2 years old. Well, who's going to buy the new thing from Buffalo Trace that has a 2-year age statement?
Exactly.
No one.
Mike, what are you smoking?
At the moment, I got a Spiritu number 3.
Great cigar. What
That's
size?
my first of. This was the, what do they call it? They're Gordo. They call it something. It's a Gordo size.
Yeah,
I forget the name of it though. Right? Yeah, it's 6x60.
Yeah.
I love this. Is one of my go-tos. I got this, and then I got a Gordo Azulejo after this. So
nice.
I've smoked way too many of the 56s. I got to slow down before I run out.
Feel like you either smoked them or you've given them away.
Probably both. I haven't given away as many as I haven't gifted as many. I have gifted a few, but not as many. But I'm still on the. I still got a good amount left, so I still got some 55s left. I'm keeping a couple of 56s, like when I get real low, and let them sit.
Nice.
I wish I could smoke that cigar.
You want me to give you one when I come in next?
Well, you don't have to, but like the Tinder Box got some in, but they're off limits to staff. So,
that
means
and then I wasn't able to order them at Carfagna's. So I haven't been able to get my hands on one because I had wanted to order like 4 boxes of them, but I couldn't do it in the time frame that they needed to.
Yeah, that was a quick release.
Well,
it was definitely a quick release.
Yeah, it was. I get a text message on Friday. I'm like, okay, when do they ship out? Monday.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, can I wait till the beginning of February and order it on Thursday? No. Okay.
Sold out.
So, I mean, yeah. I was going to order.
There's this. Go ahead,
Mike. Oh, I was going to order some other.
There's a second wave.
Well, if there's a second wave, then hopefully I'll be able to order some. But
maybe reach out to Tyler.
Well, I mean, I'd wanted to order some other things that I didn't absolutely need, but I was like, I don't want to pay shipping just for 4 boxes. So I was going to order some other back stock for the humidor. But then he's like, yeah, if I can't run the order on Monday, then I can't send them to you. I'm like, well, shit. You wait, end of the month, try and ship some stuff, for those of us that live in OTP states. It's like, So it's like, well, that kind of burns.
Yeah. Screw you.
Yeah. It's kind of how I felt.
Yeah. We just lost Mike. No, I mean, it happens. It happens. We're hoping to I can't really say much about this summer, but I will say that Guy Fieri, who is the 56, that's what it's for, the knuckle sandwich, is coming to Columbus. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that big Flavor Town event in June.
Flavor Town, yeah, exactly. June 1st and 2nd, or 2nd and 3rd. I forget what it is.
Sometime in June.
Yeah, it's the first weekend of June.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this here. Got some people here maybe joining.
By the way, how are you liking that Dark Star?
Second time smoking it. I am enjoying it. I'm interested to get other people's reactions. Have you smoked it?
Yeah, so as part of me kind of gifting a 56 to someone who like really wanted one, in exchange they gave me the Dark Star. Just because they gave me the Dark Star, and I'm like, I've never heard of it, never seen it. And so I tried it, and my thoughts on it were it was decent. The beginning of it started off like flavor wise, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. But like I feel like for me at least, when I got about halfway through it, it just the flavor started to really die out. Maybe that was just my.
Yeah, I think for me so far it's okay. I think it's smoking pretty well, but I'm curious to see how well it does for them. I've only had a couple of people say anything about it.
Whoa, hello.
Well, hello, Shannon.
Hey, what's up, Shannon?
What's going on, fellas?
What does this do? Does this line us all up? Oh no, that's kind of cool. A little bit better. Not much difference there. We can try to get Bobby Hirschman on here. He says he's driving, but he's got a dash mount. So let's see. He might blow up the whole feed here. We'll see.
Let's do it.
Oh Lord, letting the Philly in.
Letting the Philly in. You see what you started here. What are you smoking there, Shannon?
I'm smoking. There's a little cigar shop down here on Padre Island, and they sell these island gems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
This is the San Andreas, and I have another one. I'm not sure what this one is. It's an island gem, but it's a different.
So he's the guy that does the leaf with Oscar.
Oh, okay. It's really good smoke.
Yeah, Island Jim is it's kind of his character. Not his character. That's like how he is. I guess he just dresses that way and loves doing that. But he owns Leaf and Bean in Pittsburgh area. So, or part owner. I don't know. Like that's his whole thing. But yeah, the Leaf by Oscar was something that he did. In fact, he also had like the Leaf by Esteban and Leaf by someone else. I think at least the three that I knew when you go to his store. But the Leaf by Oscar is the one that really kind of blew up, obviously.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's been a good smoke. I had one, I think, a week ago. And we went down to Padre Island this past Saturday. They had Mardi Gras on the beach.
Okay, nice.
And it was nuts.
I saw your pictures. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, there's probably a couple thousand, 3,000 people on this beach just lined side by side. I mean, people were bringing party trailers onto the beach, so they had like full party tiki huts. It was crazy, man.
Yeah. You didn't have any tiki huts there?
No, I left mine back in Columbus.
Yeah.
What's the weather like down there right now?
It is 64 right now.
That's
all right.
okay.
About 30.
What's that?
About 30 degrees warmer than here.
Yeah, it's 34 right now.
Yeah, it was a little overcast today, but it was still a good, decent day.
Nice.
And Sunday was like 78, pure sunshine. It was crazy.
That's nice. We were just out in Phoenix area visiting Kristen's parents, and
Saw that.
it was like 70s before we got there, and then the day we got there, front came through the night before, and so it's down like mid to high 40s on the Friday we flew in, so that was nice.
Oh, damn. Did you get a nice day? I thought I saw like a day you were out hiking or something.
So it was still nice. We did have another storm come through, but it was a little overcast, but we had plenty of sun as well. And I mean, even when it was 50 degrees, when the sun came out, I mean, it hits differently out there for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
I know it'll be like 68 here. If there's no clouds, it's just pure. It feels like it's like 78. It's crazy.
Right. No, I get it. Totally get it.
I like how Ray's trying to sympathize with us, be like, oh, it's 34 degrees here too. Yeah, wrong measuring
Celsius.
system.
Yeah, a little warmer.
I thought for sure he'd have his face on here.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is new, so I mean, might, who knows? But this is definitely new, so we haven't done this type of thing, I think, in a long, long time.
Yeah, we used to just do like the Facebook rooms or the meeting rooms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, COVID was, how we started using StreamYard for the show.
Yeah. We started doing this part, 4 years ago now, I guess, almost, sadly.
Yeah.
3.5.
Yeah, it was during COVID, but then in the days in between podcasts, that's when we do the rooms, because Facebook had just started doing that too.
Yeah,
so
really
we'd have those
stuff for sure.
Yeah, or then you had the Hangouts, that one. So yeah.
How's the prep for the 10 event going?
10 event's going well. The planning, it's going well. You've seen the flyers, but we're pumped. It was kind of funny today. We had Rob Wilson from Rocky Patel in the shop, and you see that the memes going around about 2020 and 2024, how like the Chiefs and the 49ers are in the Super Bowl, and Trump versus Biden and all this stuff, and how we had a pandemic, and I said, and Rocky Patel was supposed to come to the 10 event in 2020, and then, so we have him coming again. So it's all adding up in a bad way. Hopefully not.
Oh shit!
But, I said even if they do, they cancel everything. They try to shut down the tent and everything like that. We're just gonna have like a little cigar rally in the back parking lot instead of
there you go.
10 event. So we'll make it
just
happen.
Move it to the court. Just move it to the court.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah, if something pops off on March 13th, I'm out.
Overall, though, Shannon, it's going really well. Over half sold out already, which is great. We're a month away. A lot more people saying they're going to be buying tickets, so we're looking forward to it. If you guys are listening to us live or whatever after the fact, it's tickets are on sale right now, and they're $200 plus tax. And we capped the event, but I mean, we've got a hell of a lineup, and we've got now I think it's definitely over 14 cigars you're getting. Obviously, the brunch and the lunch, and I am trying to. I can't commit to this yet, but I'm trying to get. Sorry, I saw some chat here. Trying to get maybe Watershed to be featured at the 10 event as well. And hopefully have some samples to add to that value of the $200 plus tax. So we'll see what we're able to do. I've been talking with Amy from over there, who usually helps us out and hooks us up for the podcast. So she said she's absolutely interested and would love to. It's just a matter of now figuring out she's going to look over what she's able to do through Fedora, who we collaborate with. So it should be pretty. Yeah, that is another added value thing to it. So looking forward to that.
Bring also some of that old fashioned with them.
So that's what I was going to suggest, possibly, if instead of like asking the bartenders to make an old fashioned out in the tent, which they normally don't do, but possibly have like a special on their old fashioned, and see if they can get some bottles in there, so you can buy a cocktail basically over a drink, over ice rather. Right there, the bartenders can pour it, and people can try it.
Away from the like screen.
What's that?
Starting to rain. I'm gonna get my awning out. You guys keep going.
All right, Mike, you coming in for that? I can't remember if you're coming in for the 10 event.
I wanted to. It's literally the same day as my tournament.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah. I got to drive out to Iowa on Friday, compete on Saturday, and hopefully if we're done by like 1 o'clock, I can quick zip back home to my nephew's first birthday party back home in Chicago. Okay. And then from there, from Chicago, come back home to Indiana. Yeah. So it'll be a interesting weekend.
Be a whirlwind for sure.
Sounds like a logistical nightmare.
You know what? Yes, it's less stressful than driving that Mustang this time around.
Yeah, based on your story from before, absolutely.
Yeah, I had made that comment when you made that post about doing another wrestling tournament. I was like, well, at least this time you're not driving a Mustang.
Yeah, it's the same exact tournament too, just almost a decade later.
That's crazy.
So
That is absolutely
it'll be
nuts.
fun. Yeah.
Welcome back,
All
Shannon.
right.
So, Nate and I already kind of talked about this. Kristen is out of town, so she is occupied tonight, and that's why I'm able to do this. But we were trying to do this, kind of different format, just because Nate and I discussed it. It's kind of like there's the two of us without guest doing our Valentine's Day special. People have heard our stories before, so no one wanted to hear our stories. But what do you guys, Shannon, you and Ms. Shannon, what do we any Valentine's Day celebration this week, or what's going on?
No, we've never really done the whole Valentine's thing. It's just she's never really been into it. So it's just like we spend every day together anyway. So this morning I just, on my way through the bedroom area, just smacked her on her butt, said, Happy Valentine's Day, and kept it moving.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
A little smack on the butt there. We got Bobby
Oh,
Hirsch.
Lord. Oh, Lord.
It's a little noisy there, Bobby.
Well, he's driving, which is why I was unsure of this. Can you hear us, Bobby? Are you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We can hear
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to turn off the air conditioning.
Where are you that you need air conditioning right now?
I'm in Pennsylvania, Steve. You know
You
me.
do not need air conditioning right now.
Well, I do.
you. He wears shorts all the time.
True.
Yeah, going to a hockey game Saturday night in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's going to be 22 degrees.
Oof.
But cigars will keep me warm. Shannon, how are you, my friend? Steve, how
What's
are you?
up?
Doing
I
well,
can only
Bobby.
look at the screen so much, but
Yeah, don't.
Oh, you're
Just
fine.
Don't.
I love you guys. I mean, I miss you guys.
Well, that too, right? Everything going well for you, Bobby, out there?
It really is. Really is. Everything's good.
Good. I hear the ghetto bird going over my house right now, so that'll be interesting. So if I disappear, someone's
Miss
on the
Shan will
loose.
be out your way end of March, in the beginning of April.
Okay. Nice.
So hopefully you guys can link up and
Would love that.
hang out for a minute.
Bobby,
By the
what
way,
do you?
happy Valentine's Day, you
Oh,
guys.
thanks, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Steve, I'd rather you call me Cupcake, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, sometimes you get things that you don't want. So
And I know you're worried about my safety, but I have this. Everything I do on social media, it's my camera, my phone is mounted on my dashboard.
nice.
Where's
Nice.
Nate?
I'm right here.
Right in the middle.
There you go. So Nate, I was thinking about you today. All of a sudden,
Oh, dear.
Pennsylvania started this lottery shit. With
Yeah, I
bourbons
saw
and
that.
all.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, is it a state run?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
I know that you guys made a little bit of news when COVID was happening, and I think your governor shut it all down, right?
Yes.
Bobby, is he getting a text while driving?
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't get it. They just started it yesterday.
Okay, the lottery thing. No, but wasn't your
Yeah,
your
well,
governor?
it's only for like certain pappies and wellers, and
Yeah.
it's not for everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the same thing as Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, they did shut them down, Steve.
Thank you.
I went out there that year, and literally Shan's mom lives close to she lives in Delaware in the PA thing.
Yeah.
You could go, people would come across the state line to eat at this restaurant right across the state line in Delaware.
Mhm.
It was wild. We went up there to meet one of our friends. The place was packed out, and they were all from Pennsylvania.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts. Hey, Bobby, what are you smoking tonight?
Right now I'm smoking actually a Perdomo sun grown. 10th anniversary sun grown Epicure.
Oh, nice.
That's a good stick.
Little short Robusto for the ride home.
Sure. Not working in the cigar shop tonight?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, you did.
How's the boys doing?
Everyone's doing good. Nothing changes here. Just like out there in Columbus, I guess. Well, not you, Shan. You're all over the country, but
He's a world traveler.
yeah,
now.
I'm actually excited, super excited. Going to East Rutherford, New Jersey this weekend for the Flyers Devils game at the Jets Stadium. Fuck the Jets. But getting up there at 10 in the morning, and we're going to visit like 5 cigar shops and hope for a great day.
Is that a drivable? Like, I don't know how far is that?
It's a little over 2 hours and a half for us to drive out.
Oh, that's not terrible.
No.
It's
Going to
not
go
bad at all.
to,
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
like-
know, some place. Who doesn't like hot dogs? Steve probably don't eat hot dogs because
I love a
you know,
hot
he's
dog.
a specimen. But we're going to some place called Rutt's Hut. Rutt's Hut hot dogs. Every cigar rep and owner in the country, like you're going out there, you got to go to Rutt's Hut. So
Never heard of it.
I'm going to eat a deep fried hot dog.
Ooh.
Eat a
Fried,
dick.
huh?
I mean,
Yikes.
Steve,
I thought-
you grew up in Chicago.
I
You
thought
got to
that-
be a hot dog guy.
I love hot dogs. I
Steve
just don't
doesn't
eat
eat
them.
hot dogs.
I mean, I love
Wait,
hot
I
dogs. I,
thought-
don't eat them often. I love a good
I thought
time
deep
at dog
fried
night.
hot dogs were called. I thought deep fried hot dogs were called corn dogs.
They're called rippers. That's a different thing, Nate.
No,
The place, I don't know. The place I'm going to, they call them rippers. Matty
Rippers?
Rock, who's a big Jewish steak guy,
Rip.
he's like, you got to go there.
Are they normal size hot dogs? Or are they like that place we have downtown where they're the little shorties? You can get them made any way you want.
I haven't been there yet.
We'll need
So,
a
I
full
don't know,
review. We'll need a full review on this one.
Oh,
What's that one? What's that one downtown? Dirty Frank's?
Dirty Franks, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
yep.
yeah,
And
but
then
you
we had
guys
another-
out in
I mean, that
Ohio, I'll never forget my first time there. You told me you didn't have good pizza. And I told this story a million times. I found Gourmet. What a great pizza spot with great beer. And I don't like beer.
I think the
That was
food-
in the Italian Village, wasn't it?
I don't know. It was
No.
down near like some old bread factory or
He
something.
was down by the Wonder Bread factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that place was great.
I think the food scene in Columbus is actually really good, honestly.
I have no complaints,
Yeah.
Steve. I loved all the food there.
I'll tell you
Bobby,
where
we're
not
gonna-
to go for food. Don't go to Cody, Wyoming for food. Not good.
Really?
No?
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Holy
Bobby, we're going to
shit.
see you in
Just enough
Columbus.
to keep you alive.
Bobby, we're going to see you in Columbus on March 16th.
Oh, I'm so sad. Steve, you have no idea. I probably had 10 messages through text, Facebook, and Instagram, people asking me if I'm coming.
Yeah,
And that's because of you and the Tinder Box.
that's right.
And it broke my heart to say I don't think I can swing it this year.
Sad.
Got a lot going on.
I'm sure you do. It's a little sad, though. Missed you and the boys. Kristen was even asking for you guys if you were coming in.
Yeah. No, I would love to, but just too much going on.
I get it. We have a hell of a lineup there. I mean, we got
Saw it.
Eric
Wow.
coming, Eric Espinosa. We got Ricky Rodriguez coming again, and we got Rocky Patel attending for the first time ever. So it's gonna be a hell of a lineup, and just the other companies as well. I mean, we just added
Oh.
another company, so there's even more than there are on the flyer. So
Steve, the funny thing is today, I posted a picture of a Padron order I got at my cigar shop,
yeah,
and 3 people that I met at the 10 event ordered boxes. Now, they're not from Columbus.
yeah, the better. not
They
be.
asked me, can you ship to me? We can't get this. We can't get that. So it's just great that, we promote each other and it's a fraternity.
Absolutely. We always call it, a shop local-ish if you don't have a shop near you.
Yeah. It's great.
That's good. I mean, hell, like Mike, I don't know if you've ever met Mike Dieter on the screen here, Bobby.
I don't think we've
I'm
actually
not
met.
sure if I have.
He's based out of Indianapolis, though, but he travels for work, and so Columbus is kind of part of his territory. So he comes in. He's been on the show a few times, and but he comes in and he buys. I mean, he loves Eric Espinosa stuff, so he just bought some of the.
Steve, I got a question.
Yeah.
Looking at the pictures, who's the mummy up top with the red skull cap on? Is he alive?
That's Nate.
Oh, is that you, Nate? Are you all right, buddy? Are you okay?
Yes.
You look cold.
Yeah, I'm
buddy.
fine.
All right, you look cold.
Well, so I'm sitting outside. It's not 64 like where Shannon is, and I don't have a propane heater out here like Steve does.
Oh,
Good.
But I do have a
problem.
heated chair. Yeah, I do have a heated chair.
That was
You have a heated chair?
Yes.
That's great.
Wow.
Sorry, buddy. I didn't know it was you.
Yep, it's got. It has my name right there on the bottom of the fucking
driving.
screen.
I'm in the
He's
car,
driving.
Nate. I'm in the car. I can't see all that. God.
It's okay. Bobby's screen says his name is Steve Crane.
Yeah, I see that.
Well,
I
he's
know.
my hero. So
Bobby, the Mummers looked good. How'd it go this year?
we had a fucking ball.
Oh,
We had a ball. We didn't get disqualified. 650 of us. We miss you and Mrs. Shannon.
yeah, we were a couple thousand miles away, unfortunately.
See
Yeah.
that on there. Sean
So,
Anderson.
Steve, I didn't
I
get
saw
to
that.
ask you guys, what's everyone smoking?
So I'll start. I am smoking something newer from Rocky Patel. It is the Dark Star. I don't know if you've had that yet.
I have not.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. Honduran Corojo wrapper. Honduran and Nicaraguan filler and binder. And then you got, there's a seed from Paraguay grown in Honduras that's in the filler, which is
Okay. Nice.
Anyone else?
Nate?
Anyone else?
I'm smoking Sin Compromiso from Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust.
Very good cigar.
I've got the Trinidad Espiritu number 3.
Love
Nice.
that one.
And I've got the Island Gem San Andreas.
How is that, Shannon?
It's been a great smoke. This is the second one I've had this week, and I'm really digging it. I like the little, what do you guys call it? Here, I'll see if I can get this one out.
The Shaggy Foot.
Yeah, I was
the
going to say,
shaggy
he's got the
foot.
shaggy foot, yeah.
I probably can't see it, but
If you hold it in front of the
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, but I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've smoked Island Gems in the past.
So, Steve, I got another question.
All right, Bobby, what's your question, sir?
Well, not a question. Did you hear? I think the Bears are giving up Justin Fields to Pittsburgh. Maybe. Did you hear that?
God, there's so many. I've heard the rumor.
Right.
How'd the last Bears quarterback that you guys picked up do for you?
Not me. Not me.
Oh, that's right. You're not.
I think
you're
they
not-
just let. I think they just.
Right, I'm a Dolphins fan.
I
I
was gonna say,
forgot
I
you're
think-
a Dolphins fan, yeah.
Yeah, I think
hear
Pittsburgh
it.
just let that guy go.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing but rumors right now. I don't think even
Well, of
Justin
course.
Fields knows what's happening right now.
Right.
why is he getting so much hate? I don't understand it.
From who? Bears fans?
From just in general, like everything I see on social media, that people hate the kid.
I don't hate.
I
mean,
think unfortunately, Steve's talked about this before, but I think a lot of Bears fans don't realize, like, Justin Fields is on his third offensive coordinator.
no. He's gonna second. Well, yeah, I guess he will be on his.
It'll be his third.
Yeah, it'll be his third.
Yeah.
So
I mean, in what? He's still on his rookie contract, right?
this will be year 4 coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's his
Yeah.
last
So he's
year.
played 3 seasons. Yeah. So his rookie year, all right. his rookie year, and then new head coach, new offensive coordinator. It's like, what? How do you develop? You can't develop any kind of consistency or cohesiveness. Like, you can have cohesiveness with certain players as long as they keep those players year in and year out. You know, your wide receivers, your running back, your tight end, stuff like that. But when you're constantly, changing your offensive scheme, your offensive coordinator, and your offensive line sucks, it's like, what do you want the guy to do?
Well, I'll say this as someone that watches him every week. He has shown signs of improvement and then totally regresses. He holds on to the ball longer than pretty much anyone else.
Way too long, Steve. Way too long.
Yes. That was my biggest issue with him, is that I'm sitting there in front of it, and he tries to make a big play every snap, and I think that's the biggest issue that I have with him.
Yeah.
But I say now, I do not want anyone else in the draft. I mean, no one's a guarantee. I think they should keep him one more year. If the
I agree.
And the offensive coordinator is coming from Seattle. He did pretty good things with Geno Smith, I think, on their offense for the most part. And I think that if you're going to build up an offense and get some people, like, I think they should go for Marvin Harrison Jr. from OSU, give him another threat as a receiver, get an offensive lineman, and try to maybe even build up a little bit more on the defense even. But I mean, the only reason he did play a little bit better towards the end of this season like he did last season. However, people weren't really talking about the big changes when they got that Montez Sweat, and then all the secondary on defense came back healthy. And they were they were getting like 3 picks a game at least. I mean, it was insane.
Yeah.
And no one talked about that. All they want to do is talk about Justin fucking Fields. And it's like, well, I mean, look at everyone was all about like Detroit Lions and stuff like that. Well, second half of the season, the Bears played the Lions twice and made Jared Goff look terrible. I think they had 3 picks the one game and 4 picks the next game. And then all of a sudden the next week, the Jared Goff is like the second coming of Jesus for a couple of weeks. And you're just like, what the fuck's going on here? So I think Justin Fields, you keep him. But it's one of those things, I feel as though he could do well elsewhere, but no one's going to give the Bears first round draft picks for the guy. He's got a very bad losing record over 3 seasons. And, first season as a rookie, that's tough, him coming in. But then season 2 and season 3, it's just like you just don't see the improvement there.
He's going to have to work his ass off in the off season to work on some of those things. Like you said, he's holding the ball. I haven't seen any football games this year. We don't have. I can't watch anything. But
see, that's the thing that even a lot of the great quarterbacks that are in the league, like, they realize that sometimes the best thing to do is throw the ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you got that internal clock in your head. All right, 1, 2, 3, no one, get rid of it. Like, throw it out of bounds instead of taking a 7-yard sack or sitting there trying to run out and then all of a sudden take a bigger sack or try and force a bad throw
or get injured
or picked. Like,
or get injured.
Yeah, I mean, just
ask Bobby
like,
about
if you
that.
Look back
His
at some of the
quarterback
great
shouldn't be even standing right now.
Oh, Tua?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tua shouldn't have been allowed to come back on the football field ever. I feel like he
said he took MMA and all that stuff over the year. He had a great year, and not just because I'm a Dolphins fan. He had a phenomenal year, but the injuries on our defense was just awful. But that's every team in the NFL.
He took MMA to learn how to fall
fall
without getting hurt.
Yeah.
Can you see me now, Sean?
Hey,
I see you, baby.
I know you miss my face.
I do.
Mike, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to be kind of like a completely different shift because I'm not a hardcore football fan like I used to be, or unlike you guys are now. But you said this is Justin Fields had 3 seasons, and he's potentially going to get traded or let go before his 4th season starts. Is that correct?
He's potentially going to be traded. Yeah.
Yeah.
So completely different. So I learned something about the NFL recently. So one of the guys who's helping me with like my company I'm trying to get started, he's actually the official chaplain for the Indianapolis Colts. and he actually told me kind of like a secret about, because a lot of guys, it's usually around after season 3, you'll usually see a lot of people being traded or let go by season 3, and there's a reason for it. I guess in the NFL, if you've been with one team for more than 3 seasons, you're automatically guaranteed a pension. And you're like a probation for the pension up until season 4. So within the first 3 seasons, every team has the ability to let you go or trade you. And so it's kind of like a financial thing or an investment side for a team. If they're going to keep you more than 3 seasons, the goal is to keep you long term. Otherwise, after the 3rd season, going into the 4th, they're automatically guaranteed some level of pension from that team forever.
You have to make 4 years.
Well,
you have to play
the pension. The pension comes from the NFL,
right.
But it's through the team. But it's through the team, though. So the team is responsible. So if they get traded, it can restart. So once they've stayed at 3 seasons for one team, that's what he explained to me. And again, I don't know nearly as much about football, but just getting to know him and like the ins and outs about the Colts and stuff, and just through conversation, he mentioned that to me. And I was like, that's interesting. And it's just coincidental when you said that after 3 seasons, Justin Fields might get traded. It makes me kind of think about maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
It might.
I don't think it does. Do you know the average NFL player's career is, I think, 4 years?
Yeah.
The average. That's crazy.
Well, I think also with like a quarterback like that, especially 4-year rookie contract with a 5th-year option, and they have to choose if they want to exercise the 5th-year option by like May. Like, so it's early if they want to actually possibly execute that 5th-year option, I guess. But the biggest thing is that if you go 4 years without exercising that, you don't get anything for them. So like, at least that's one of the things too, is like right now they could at least get something for him. Yep, and if you let him go through this next season, the 4th year, and he doesn't show anything and you let him go, you're not getting anything for the team. You know, you just basically, it's like,
because then he's a free agent.
He's a free agent.
Is there any other teams that is kind of looking for a new QB?
A lot, yeah. And that's where Bobby started the conversation with Pittsburgh. He's been like they were talking about Atlanta possibly. Yeah, there's definitely, I think there's some interest
as well as Chicago.
Yeah, maybe Chicago.
They're all looking.
Yeah. I look at it like when you have a guy like that and he's supposed to be like your franchise quarterback and he's lost a lot of games and has not shown the leadership, the players are standing behind him. The fans are torn. And, you know, it's like Tyler Jones, who you guys all know, he's a Pittsburgh fan. And he was talking about it. And I'm like, do you think Justin Fields is going to get your team to the Super Bowl and win it? And I don't think anyone was going to say confidently that Justin Fields will do that. I think most people that want Justin Fields on their team are people that don't watch the Bears games. Honestly, he's not terrible, but like Nate said, you got to use your legs sometimes.
He's not a Super Bowl quarterback.
He's not. He needs to learn to use his legs to get out of the pocket to throw the ball away on some snaps, and he doesn't know how to do that. He's going for the big play every snap.
I agree.
I know the Texans down here were loving what the hell's the quarterback for the Texans?
CJ Stroud.
They were loving that dude down here, man.
He
almost got him there.
He had a great year.
Yeah,
had a great year.
And it's because he's a throwing quarterback. He slings the ball.
That's always been the wild part about OSU quarterbacks. Normally they're big scramblers, and when they get to the NFL, they don't ever pan out. No, because I think a lot of these starting quarterbacks in the college football game, I mean, it's a different sport, man. You know, all these running quarterbacks, they get their asses kicked, and this is what I think about all this, talking about football and the quarterbacks and college football versus the NFL. Everyone talks about these like top prospects, and a lot of times, most of the time, they're never a big success in the NFL. And no one wants to talk about, at least up until now, we'll see how the things change with the conferences changing, but the teams are playing basically like JV teams for 60% of their schedule.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
for the money.
They can run away from those guys, but then when you're playing the best every week, and a lineman can outrun you and run you down. Right. I mean, like these guys that are fucking about 300 pounds, and they're faster than the quarterback. In the
Running
short
4.5s, 300 pounds.
When you see a
Freight
linebacker,
train.
you know, catch up to you on a diagonal somehow to get to the guys, and it's like, yeah, you're not playing fucking like, you know, Boise. I don't know, like you're not playing these like small schools,
right?
Yeah.
Listen, hands down,
the
best quarterback. I think, in my opinion, you guys could disagree. I think hands down, the best quarterback I've ever seen, and I'm 50, almost 57, was Tim Tebow in college. He couldn't play a week in the NFL.
Dude, still looks like he can play though.
He looks like
I don't know, man.
But
if
you watch his career in Florida, oh my God, what a beast!
They never really gave him the full go in the NFL.
Well,
that little stint he did with Denver.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He did win a playoff game though, didn't he?
He did.
He did. He's a better announcer, though.
They said that. Oh shit! What was the legendary quarterback for the Broncos?
John Elway.
Elway, yes.
John Elway, yeah.
They said that he was threatened by. I don't know if that's true, but he has leadership on the field, which kind of dominates more than anything, and he gets the job done. Like he's always thinking. What's that?
Who does? Elway?
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
Like he had that leadership skill. He could fire the team up.
He fired the team up. His pep talks.
I don't know. I think if he would have got another season, he would have been.
Yeah. Plus, he didn't want to bang abroad till he was married. You gotta love him.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say, don't forget that was a time where him kneeling to pray was like the biggest drama in fucking NFL football.
Yeah, that was his downfall for whatever reason. Now it's like routine.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a special guest here.
Uh-oh.
I thought that was
who it is.
Who do we got?
I don't think it's a special guest.
Oh, hey.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
What's happening?
A better looking guest than the rest of these guys.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, sounds
you
so
brought
excited
some beauty to the beast over here, I see.
Yeah. Yeah. All of a sudden our views are going up.
This would be quite the Valentine's Day story for the future. You guys can talk about, this one year we decided to jump on a podcast together in two separate different areas.
Yeah,
Steve,
she won't come in the garage to be on the show, but
every week, Steve, I think this is way better than the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's because you're on it.
Well, my wife's staring at the front door looking at me like, are you coming in the house?
I will say this is kind of cool because for some people who can don't have the opportunity to come to Columbus, it's a good way to, if there was some structure and questions like we normally do, this could be something that's pretty cool too. Because I'm sure there's a lot of times where through all the comments, there's ways you wish you could just actually jump in and speak versus typing everything. This could be cool.
It is cool.
And I still love looking at Nate up there. He looks like the abominable snowman. Now I'm on my phone, but
well,
he looks
that's also part of the angle. I'm looking down at the
All
camera.
I see is your belly.
It's
it's a Carhartt.
It's my chest. My stomach's down here. Yeah, I've got 5 layers on up here.
You got the overalls on too?
I got short sleeves on.
Oh yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
You got a little hoodie on.
Kristen, what are you drinking and smoking tonight?
That's a better question than I thought you were going.
And not smoking anything. But I did get a margarita with the girl from my team and some chips and salsa and an enchilada.
Ooh, sounds good.
Nice.
Okay, we got to rate the chips and salsa. How were that?
Well, it was 3 different kinds of salsa, and I purposely, because Steve was not with me, I could get one that had peanuts in it that was really good, I will say.
Huh.
And there was one that had pineapple that was really spicy. That was my favorite.
How were the chips, though?
Delicious.
Thick, thin?
Thicker, kind of salty, but fresh.
Okay.
Fresh, okay. Were they made on the spot?
I made a $35 donation today to get this piece of velvet cake.
Oh, nice. What was the donation for?
It was for a youth organization for underprivileged kids in Africa. The kid was really sold it well. Came into the cigar shop. I bought 4 of them actually, but it was I Google searched them before I made the donation right in front of them. And I'm like, "You're scamming me."
Yeah.
It was not a scam. I did my homework, and it was good.
Good.
And they all made it
crazy
home.
There's this
And are
crazy
you
restaurant
gonna
down
share
here.
that?
Oh, it's all for Pammy. I don't want it.
Sure.
She won't eat
So
it either.
Valentine's Day. Is that because you forgot to get something and you were like, well, hang on a second, kid?
I'm sure you saw my Facebook post on Saturday night. I took her out to dinner.
Nice.
What a gentleman.
Hell yeah. There's this crazy restaurant here. It's called Bench Warmers. So you walk in and one half is like a sports bar kind of deal, but it's connected to a Chinese restaurant. It is wild. So apparently what happened when they had the hurricane down here in 2017, everything got destroyed. And they rebuilt both of these, and they decided just to blend them. So you go in, you get the menu, and it's like burgers, wings, da-da-da-da-da-da. Then it's like General Tso's, da-da-da-da-da. It's like all this mixed shit. You can sit on any side and get whatever you want, and it is freaking delicious no matter what you get.
So you can order on both sides of the menu at the same time.
Yeah.
Do they have any like Chinese burgers?
Wagyu?
I don't think.
There you go.
I don't think that's what that is. I don't think that means what you think it means.
That's usually Japanese.
I'm sitting there eating like a big ass plate of wings. The dude next to me is eating like sesame chicken and wonton, and I'm like, this is fucking weird, but I love it.
That had to just be plain, just like having on your brain and your senses, like your sense of smell and everything else.
Oh, it's crazy, dude. We walked in and sat down.
You get like you get some.
Go ahead, Nate.
No, you get an order of pepper steak and rice, and then like some cheesy fries with it.
Yeah,
basically, it's wild. And the food, like I've had their burgers, insane. The wings are really good, and I got this pulled pork sandwich once, and it came out. I mean, it was so big I had to eat it with a fork and a knife.
Do you ever get the Chinese stuff or just the other stuff?
We did last night. We went there last night and I got some General Tso's. It was pretty good.
Right. Yeah, I think you need to start combining next time you go. Like put some of the Chinese stuff like on the burger.
Right. Just go ahead and throw my pad thai on the burger, please.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Think outside the box. There's got to be a reason they're doing it.
It's wild, but it works. It's always packed.
Nice.
No, it's great for the couples that can never agree where to go for dinner. So it's like the guy wants bar food, the girl wants Chinese food. It's like, cool, let's go to this place. You get what you want, I get what I want. We're both happy.
Right.
That is nice.
It's been pretty good.
And for the risk of, with Kristen being on, but because she's not like this, but the stereotype of asking a girl where she wants to go eat. You start driving to this place.
Yeah, I just turn the key and go. Wherever we go, we end up. Oh,
Shannon, are you still in Texas?
Yeah, we're still in Rockport. We're going to hang out here for quite a bit. We were going to leave at the end of April, but we kind of like the area, so we're going to hang out through the summer. Just kind of, I guess, starting in March, this area opens back up because it's a huge fishing town, and it has a ton of festivals. So either at the end of this month or beginning of March, they have a big oyster festival. Then right after that, there's a big oil festival, and it just keeps like one after another. So I've been working.
When you say boil festival, festival, you mean like crawfish boil?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, buddy.
There's a pretty, I don't call it famous, but it's all over social media and TikTok. There's this, it's called SR Boil. It's down by the beach over here. It's a big popular spot. They come out and they just throw the shit across the table and you.
That's how you do it. Potatoes, corn. Suck those heads. Yeah. That's good eating.
Easy.
Yeah, so it's been a cool little area. It's small, and it's like very like everybody knows everybody down here. It's a nice little quaint little area. So,
It's
Nice.
redneck
Where
shit.
everybody knows your name.
and the barber shop I'm working in. So a big thing down here is everybody you meet is a fishing captain. So everybody has a boat, and they take you out to go fishing. Right? That's like the big thing. It's a huge fishing destination area here. It's gigantic, I guess. So the guy that owns my barber shop, he does that on the side. So he's going to take us out, do some golf fishing way out. So I've never
Nate,
a saltwater
keep the noise
fish,
down, Nate.
Sorry, that must be from my mic brushing up against my coat. Sorry,
Have
Bobby.
any of you guys ever done like deep sea or like saltwater fishing?
No.
No, it's on my bucket list.
Good luck.
I fished at
grew
a
up
lake. That's
being-
about it, man.
Yeah, I've grown up on Lake Erie, but it's like a complete different experience down here. So I'm gonna have to Dramamine up. I might get sick, but it's common, I guess, out here on the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want to be on a small. I've been on a cruise boat, but I don't think I want to be on a smaller boat and get to a point where I can't see land. I just don't
That's
trust
awful.
it. I don't
Like
want that.
These dudes go out so far. Like
No.
he came in to work the other day. He's like, "Yeah, I had this couple come out, and we went 40 miles out." I was like, 40 miles? Where the fuck were you at? They go out by the big oil rigs. And
That's
fish
a
around the oil
long
rigs.
swim back.
You ain't
Shannon,
kidding, brother.
You might get agita. You might get agita out there.
I'm getting it just thinking about it. So I don't know. It's gonna be cool to experience the summer down here and everything it has to offer. So
I'll ask you the same
We'll
thing. Are
see.
you coming back in March?
unfortunately, no. I was
Yeah.
wanting to, and she is flying home at the end of March, and then she's driving out to her mom's for like 10 days and
Okay.
coming
Nice.
back. But I'm coming home after she gets back. I'm flying home, and I'm gonna hang out and all that good stuff. So
Make
Cool.
sure she hooks up with me so I can take her out for some good cheesesteaks and pizza.
absolutely,
We love Mrs. Shannon.
I think she's gonna be out there for a good week or so. So it should happen.
Nice.
Where is Shannon tonight? In the camper?
She's in there with Little Nugget hanging out.
Nice. Nice.
So
So I'm gonna have to throw a bigger event. We're gonna throw a bigger event to get you guys to come back for it in March sometime, huh?
no, I was literally like looking to come home, and then she's like, "Well, I'm gonna go home for Easter." I was like, "Shit." I kind of put the kibosh on me coming home for that. So
I mean, I guess Jesus is a bigger name than, say, like Eric Espinosa. So I understand.
nah, man, I'd
I
rather
don't know
meet.
if I can get Jesus in the 10 event.
I want to come back to the event so bad, but Sean was sending me like the flyers and shit on text. I was like, bro,
I know.
can't make it. Can't make it.
We'll have to
We'll
do
do
a
our own little 10
a
event
live stream
when
from
I
the
get
event.
home.
What's that?
We'll do a 10 event on his patio when I get home.
There you go.
Why can't we find a place in the middle to where we can all hook up?
That'd be good. I'm not going to throw an event out there, but yeah, that'd be good.
I'll create the event, Steve.
Oh,
Just
I'm
gotta
just
figure
everywhere
out.
you go.
All right, just throwing it
Where's
out there.
the middle? What would be the middle?
Oh, I don't know.
I
You
would say
tell me.
Columbus probably is the
Tennessee.
middle.
You're the world
Oh.
traveler, so you tell me.
Pittsburgh. is
Tennessee, Missouri, somewhere out there.
No, I was thinking more Pittsburgh, not Tennessee.
Pittsburgh works. It's only it's what 3
Well,
hours.
you
from
said
here.
you said somewhere in the middle, and I'm thinking he's in Texas. Pittsburgh's a long fucking away from Texas.
I'm thinking Columbus and fucking Philly, you strapper.
That doesn't count because we don't know where he is ever.
Yeah,
No.
I'm on the move.
You're on the move. In fact, his house literally has wheels. So I mean, I feel like he's not as important to this decision.
Right. I would
I
love
can
to
meet
get
you
you guys
wherever.
down to Philly for a weekend, but I know that's tough.
We're going
You
to
guys
the
will have a
DR.
ball down here.
We're going to
I think
Dominican
when I come
Republic if anyone
home-
wants to join us.
Yeah.
Cigar or just a vacation, Steve?
Vacation. Vacation.
So where are you, Kristen?
I'm in Denver for work.
Oh. How's the weather there?
I think about the same as home. It's kind of cold, but not too bad, like in the 40s.
I like the Chicago Bears shirt.
Thank you. Thank you.
We had a discussion about
Well,
Justin Fields.
I did find out that the girl I hired is a Packers fan, so I
Boo.
kind of wish that I
Did you
I
not?
told her I wished I knew that beforehand because she lives in LA. I didn't know.
I know, but that should be part of your. I mean, you do recruiting. I mean, you should be able to find this out before any.
It was
decisions are
my
made.
fault for missing it, and now I'm pretty upset about
Never
it.
I don't
again,
think you're allowed
right?
You're right, Steve. She
I
should
don't
be
think you're allowed.
fired.
Are you allowed to discriminate based on football team?
I mean, I would have.
100%.
Absolutely.
Steve, are you a
Oh
Cubs
wait, no,
fan?
that's probably not a protected
Yes.
class.
Exactly.
You're
I
a
mean,
Cubs fan?
what's that?
You're a Cubs fan?
I am a Cubs fan. Yes, we are.
You guys go to Cubs games too?
We've been to one
Big,
together, and
yeah.
we're trying to go this summer. But yes,
Let me know if you want to go to one. I'll make a trip out there.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. July or August, I think we're gonna do it.
Ooh,
Yeah, like-
perfect.
I'd like to go possibly to Cincy for a Cubs game as well, if that lines up, because that's an easy trip, and I love Great American Ballpark. It's great down there.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, when you go to a Cubs game, do you sit in the seats or do you get bleacher seats?
Well, this last time we actually did the rooftops across the street.
Oh, cool.
Very cool.
Well worth it.
Yes, keeping in
Is that something? Is that
keeping in
something
line
you
with
have to
our
like?
all-inclusive.
Is that like tickets you buy for that? How does that work?
Yeah. You buy
Mhm.
tickets for there's different buildings, and some have better views than others, and it's all you can eat and drink, and they have like burgers, hot dogs, nachos, beer,
Jeez.
wine, all that stuff.
Everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, have you ever
That's all
done that,
you
Mike,
need.
in Chicago?
So I have not done that's on my list to do. I've been to I really enjoyed the bleacher seats.
Yeah,
In the actual seating, it wasn't the same experience, but the rooftop is like the next thing I want to try and do. So like I have like whenever I get food though, like my go-to in Wrigley is Lucky's Sandwich Shop. Have either of you guys ever been there before?
No.
not.
It's like two and a half blocks from the field. It was on that show Man vs. Food, if you guys remember that show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's like you can create your own sandwich and they put the coleslaw and the fries on the actual sandwich. It's amazing.
Oh,
It
yeah.
sounds gross, but it is
No.
so good.
That's
So
like
good.
that's like in Pittsburgh with the
Yeah.
Manny
Herm-
Brothers or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
They do all that stuff out there. The fries and the slaw and everything's on the sandwiches.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
so
For
They were
good.
Manny,
pro- I think-
for Manny Brothers is awful.
All right.
I knew he was going to say it.
Eh.
Listen, guys, it's been great. My
right.
wife's staring at.
Wow.
Still there?
All right, buddy. Well, say hi to Pammy for us and happy Valentine's Day, buddy.
Miss
See
you.
buddy.
I miss.
I think Pam's cutting him off.
Yeah.
She's out there hitting the button.
Yeah, she cut off the internet.
Yeah, she put a Wi-Fi blocker out there. Like, I'm just gonna unplug the Wi-Fi.
That's right.
She's got a timer set on his phone when it just shuts off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Parental
shit.
controls. I like it.
So where you at? You said you're in Indianapolis, Mike?
Yeah, I'm about 20 minutes right outside of downtown in a suburb called Plainfield, Indiana.
Nice.
So I'm from the Chicago suburbs, so I find myself almost twice a month going back to Chicago for the weekends to visit my mom and family and all that fun jazz. So I'm on top of everywhere else that I go. So just kind of like you're all over the place. I mean, you probably go far more places than I do, but so I travel to West Virginia, all of Ohio, Kentucky, Missouri, and Illinois, and Indiana.
You don't mind me asking,
So-
what do you do?
So I'm currently industrial LED lighting sales. So I deal with
Oh, okay.
it's very I deal with the harshest of the harsh environments. So like crane lighting, explosion proof, NSF. So I go into food processing, the steel mills, like the nastiest of the nasty places you can think of.
Wow.
Yeah, the food processing ones are rough.
Oh, I can only
Gotta
imagine, dude.
It'll make you look at
a camera stand here for one of these things.
but it's fun though. Keeps me busy.
Man,
I'm telling you, we just got to change your angle a little bit. We need to get you like a table
Get
or
Jonathan's
something.
ass on here. Pipe his ass in here.
my phone is on a table.
I mean, maybe a higher table. I don't know.
We got to get you a selfie stick, bro. Just to put it up.
Hey, he's just bundled up. Like he's doing better than me. I'm actually sitting in my car with the heat on with the window down because it's too cold for me to be sitting outside.
Yes,
Nate,
I know.
send me your address. I'm going to send you an Amazon present.
No.
Nice little selfie stick.
Little selfie stick. We'll do a GoFundMe or an Amazon wish list for Nate for these.
That's right.
That's what all the viewers are interested in.
I can't get to
point,
stay.
Nate.
Justin, nope, that's not it. There we go. Justin Turner, how you doing? Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, Jonathan, you missed it. Kristen is actually in Denver.
He's like, why don't you go sit by Steve?
Here, I'll fix it.
Oh.
There we go. Is
There
that
we
better,
go.
Jonathan?
You guys got to reach across and like, dude, like, see if you can touch fingers.
Hello.
There, is this
Jonathan.
angle any better?
Jonathan.
How's
It is
it
better,
going?
Nate. That is better.
Buddy.
How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you? Happy
How's
Valentine's
your
Day.
life back? How's your life back after the big trip?
There's been a bunch of them, dude. I'm home this week and then head to Pennsylvania next week and then Florida the next week.
Well, were you just in Dominica? Where the hell were you?
Yeah, I was in Dominican a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was amazing, dude. I mean, that was the coolest sales meeting we've ever had.
That resort is so nice. I know someone who got married there.
It was like, we joked about it. It was like we went to 4 weddings. Each night was like a wedding reception. But
Which one?
without the ceremony part.
Without the ceremony.
Which resort was it?
Casa de Campo. So the first night we did, there's a golf driving range. They had light up golf balls and a huge, like, buffet and, tables and everything, open bar. The next night we do an Italian village, which was built in 1996. That looks like it was built in the 1500s. And so we did a dinner, big party there. The next night the second night we did a marina with like $1 million yachts everywhere. The next night we did the village, and then the last night we did the beach, and they had fire dancers on the beach and fireworks, and it was. I texted one of my friends just a video of everything, and I just said, "Big tobacco, bitches."
Nice.
But it was a wild 4 days. So you had a golf cart, and to go everywhere, and like to go to dinner one night, it'd be like a 30-minute golf cart drive.
Wow.
That's how big the resort. I literally had Google Maps in my golf cart, like, because it was really easy to get lost.
Well, it's funny because Mike Sauerball was down there, right? Did you see him?
Oh yeah, I did.
So he had been down there with when he was with Altadis.
Yeah.
And he, of course, tells some very interesting stories. But one of the things he said was that you guys had like 120 people or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
In the same facility for like the meetings or whatever, and then everyone went on break at the same time, and all this is a Mike Sauerball story, is that basically he went back to his room on the golf cart or whatever at the break, and it's because there was like only like 4 stalls.
I will tell you, there was a huge group of people at that 10 a.m. break jumping on their golf cart to go to their rooms.
Yeah, because it's like one bathroom, like 4 stalls for like,
Jesus.
and predominantly men there too, right?
Yeah,
I mean, so like you got like 80 guys all trying to use 4 stalls in like a 10-minute break.
Yeah,
Sounds like the
way,
waste management tour.
the way
right.
better call was to just ride back to your room. That was
Yeah.
that was the right call. But it was a great trip. It was really fun. I got to hang out with my new team and meet everyone and all that. So that was great. I'm gonna grab a cigar real quick.
Did you receive your promotion before leaving?
Yeah. I started January 1st.
That's right. Okay. Very nice. Congrats.
So I'm gonna grab a cigar real quick. Thank
right.
you.
To answer Sean's question that he put in the chat, what's with the finger thing? So I can see like when comments pop up, so I'm hitting a button to be able to read the comments and then exit out of the comments so I can go back to seeing the video.
You're basically doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what Sean. You see, it's a the odd man out kind of thing. I'm not sure. Are you talking about Kristen being on here? I don't know what we're talking.
Hey.
She's bringing elegance to this wild debauchery.
Yeah. Class and sophistication.
There it is.
Why, thank you, gentlemen.
I will say, Kristen, like that resort, I don't think like I would want to go with Brittany there. Like I thought it was really nice, but it was built for golfers.
Yeah.
And like it was a lot of older couples, and the guys would all go play golf, and the women hang out. Like I liked like the Mexico resorts we did a little better for like a couple.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember we went to Justin Paskey's wedding in Dominican Republic. I'm trying to remember the name of the resort. It was crazy. It wasn't as big as what you were. It was big, but it wasn't that freaking big. But it was really nice.
Well, I do have a little update on the ghetto bird that is flying over. I just got an alert that there's a report of assault with a baseball bat 0.6 miles away. So I assume that has something to do with it. They're looking for.
Oh my.
Yeah.
What?
Very nice.
Not very
Well,
nice.
it's better than the one night where we had like 3 people in the garage, and then all of a sudden we heard machine gun fire. We're like, "Oh shit!"
Could have been fireworks.
Like, no, it wasn't. We know that,
Well,
and it was
I
not
just
some
clicked
Honda Civic's muffler.
I clicked onto my Instagram and the Bourbon and BS just popped up.
That's right. We're live.
Still. Yeah, it's dope.
So who's the Steve Saka expert here? Anyone on his cigars?
I don't know about expert. What do you got?
I don't know. It's the NLMTHA. It's a Lancero.
That sounds like one.
Maestro de Saco box.
Oh, one of the special ones.
Okay. The Moisture de Saka.
NLMTHA 7x38.
I don't know. That's
We
stuff.
look
That's
forward
probably
to your review.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I sell everything now, so I'm trying everything.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, your new position, you basically are a distributor, right?
Wholesaler, yeah.
Wholesaler. Well, that's kind of
Where I
nice.
get a lot of. That's where I get a lot of my shit from.
I looked you up. I looked up your account. You guys have been ordering very nicely.
No,
Jonathan approves.
Yeah, I was telling my boss about you, and I looked it up, and he was like, he named some name. I guess it was the previous ordering guy, and I was like, yeah, you need to update that in your system because Nate's the guy ordering now.
well, yeah, but yeah, Aaron's name's on the account because it's his email and stuff. Yeah, he's still there. He's the head meat cutter.
I got rid of him completely. I'm kidding. I did.
Don't, because all the credit card information is still in there under his name.
No, I did add you on the account that was a buyer. So.
Oh, cool.
Making things happen over here with the new position. I like that.
Yeah, I actually just got an order. Yeah, I just got an order from you guys last week, and I don't know what the deal was. You guys put a 5-pack of Oliva G Robusto fresh packs, where it's 1 cigar per fresh pack. Like that was thrown in on the order at no cost. I'm like, what the heck is this?
It's a little gift from the herring fairy here.
Yeah, maybe you qualified for some deal or something.
Maybe.
Nice.
So when will you be home for a spell so I can come and bug you?
Jonathan.
That's a great question. I'm pretty much gone every week until April.
I'm gonna be down here through June, July, or August.
Oh,
So
okay,
I'll be here for-
okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When I get back from the trade show, and then I have a week in Southern California, and then I'll probably be home for a week or two. So I'll give you a adequate heads up.
There you go, Jonathan. There's the abbreviation for your cigar, which is fitting from Steve Saka because he does not like making Lanceros.
Very nice. Now leave me the hell alone. Yeah, it tracks. Thank you,
Is
Sean.
Espinosa ever going to make those little Lanceros again?
Of what?
Is it the blue?
He makes Lanceros.
They still make them.
Yeah, he makes Lanceros and like Laranja and a couple other ones.
I have noticed that they're not as available as they.
Yeah,
I don't see
maybe that's
all the shops that I go to. It's very rare that I find the Lanceros now. There's only a handful that do that I've seen.
Well,
Are you asking
Laranja's
them? Are
really
they
good, but there was another one. I think it had a blue label.
601 Blue.
Maybe.
Well,
I love that.
The Murcielago comes in a Lancero too.
Jonathan can maybe back me up on this, but Cigar Talk here is, as from a retail standpoint, they don't sell. It's a cigar nerd size, and that it doesn't pay the bills. And that's one of the reasons. I mean, when I spoke with Steve Saka, the same thing. It's tough to roll. You have to have certain level rollers do it because it is a harder cigar size.
Really?
That ring gauge to have a good draw through. It's very difficult to get one that smokes consistently. So. But the biggest thing is that even from a manufacturer side, they can't put too much effort into that because, again, cigar nerds aren't buying boxes of them. They want to be able to pop in and buy like a Lancero here or there. But to the major consumer, like
very
normal
niche
consumer, they're not buying Lanceros. They're buying the Robustos, the Toros, the Gordos, all that stuff.
Because that Lancero, I mean, you're talking like Jonathan said, it's a 7x38, so it's a really thin ring gauge. But it's usually costing the same, if not more, as a 6x54 Toro. So that 6x54 is gonna burn a little bit longer and draw typically easier than that Lancero is. So most people that are buying a cigar, they're gonna go after that Toro that's gonna burn a little better, be more tobacco, and be a longer lasting smoke. Then that Lancero is more for those guys that really want to get the flavor of that wrapper leaf almost isolated, and like really see what that element of that cigar brings.
So Lanceros are more of like heavy cost on the construction side because it takes a niche person to put it together.
And I mean, just again, with that and being in the American market, it's not your typical American guy size. I mean, when you got more people buying 6x60s, bang for your buck. I mean, I hear it. Basically, it's almost like too dainty. It's too small. I feel weird smoking this like thin cigar. They almost it's a more like delicate and almost like a feminine size when it comes to senior ring gauge. The typical American male consumer.
Yeah. But yet they feel comfortable putting a 60, 70, 80, or even 90 ring gauge in their mouth.
Give me the big cock in my...
Yep.
As Shannon said, Kristen just looked up like, what's going on? What am I missing here?
No, I really like those little Lanceros, man. They're just so good, and just the flavor is crazy.
I don't smoke them because they're too much trouble.
They can be.
So I'm driving usually or working or whatever. Now, like a situation like this, I can pay attention to it, but they can be a lot of effort.
Yeah, there was one company that 1502. They did a lot of Lanceros across their portfolio, but they did their rolling more of an accordion style instead of that Etaban rolling. So it was more folded, and that actually allowed a lot better draw through the cigars. Like any of their cigars I had in a Lancero, I never had any issues with the draw. But that was just more that style of rolling.
Is he still making cigars? I haven't heard from him in a while.
I haven't seen any 1502.
Enrique Sanchez.
Oh no, I thought that was
And-
Gabby, Caffey. That's different. Sorry.
That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1502 was Enrique Sanchez.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
imagine
you're
a Lancero with the accordion style bunching to smoke well on a consistent basis. There's just no way.
I never had any issue with them.
That's crazy.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember when I was back in town in September. That black gentleman that came in, he gave you a bunch of cigars to sample, but they're trying to make a resurgence.
Calvin. Yeah.
anything
So
Calvin.
moving?
Yep.
Black Label Trading Company, basically, in
That's it.
Blackworks. Yeah.
Any movement
Yeah,
on that?
and
or-
he also used to be
We
the
haven't,
rep
no.
for. Yeah, Calvin.
say, Nate?
Him working for Black Label. Calvin also used to rep 1502. Like that was part of the portfolio that he repped for. So when I worked at Burning Leaf, which is now Village Cigars, we used to have some of the 1502 lines. So you had like the Emerald, the Ruby, the Black. Then they came out with the XO, which is a really nice smoke. But yeah, Calvin was the rep for those. He actually used to work at a cigar shop outside of Chicago. That's how I met him, and then being in the industry and running into him, in travels and stuff like that. But the that whole brand and portfolio that he's always worked for, because he actually used to work for Tarano until Tarano got sold like suddenly. And when I mean sudden, it was like in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. All of a sudden, they have a whole company-wide conference, and Charlie Tarano is like, "Hey guys, just letting you know, I sold the business to General, and they're keeping all their sales reps. So you guys are all out of a job. Happy holidays."
Damn.
Yeah. Thanks a lot,
Damn.
Jonathan.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I think it was
Another
before
notch in their
Jonathan's
belt,
time.
I tell you what.
It was
Yeah.
before my time.
Another notch on his lipstick case.
Yeah, it feels good, man.
But
there's no way to have a better Christmas than knowing that you're for sure having a better Christmas than someone else.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
harsh.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
That was trying to think of like what Scrooge would say or something.
Corporate darkness going on over here.
Oh my god.
Oh man. And then we ended up hiring Jack, and I was with him the day he found out he was leaving. So
Yeah. And now he's happy, Jack Tarano. He's
dude, so happy. It's
happy with
I
that
love
cigars.
I love running into him. I hung out with him at TPE, and like it's like full Jack now.
That's
Like
great.
he's just
Yeah.
so much fun to be around, man. I love it.
Jack's actually here in
Shortly
Indy
after
right
that-
now.
Oh,
He is.
nice. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. He was doing
he's doing an
at
event with
Blend.
Tyler tomorrow.
And Guy.
Yep. But I remember shortly after that acquisition, because that was in 2014. Shortly after that was when Tarano did that rebranding and repackaging and completely ripped off Camacho. Like there was no hiding it whatsoever who they were going after with that. They completely ripped them off, and Camacho's still around, and Tarano.
Well, their blends live on.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them.
No, it's fun though because I'm, like I said, getting to smoke all this different stuff, and had a meeting with Altadis today,
Really?
and asked them about your boy, Mr. Bentley,
Oh, yeah.
and
Our current rep is no longer our current rep. So,
okay,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
they said Josh was absolutely killing it. Doing a
Josh
great
is always
job.
killing it. Yeah. And he's
Yeah.
actually come in and so far helped out. He was the one that let us know that the rep that was servicing our account that basically took, his place when he got promoted, he got a hold of us just to let us know that he wasn't, because you'd think from a corporate office, right, you'd at least get some sort of like boilerplate type of a message. Hey, just so you know, this person is no longer with us, and if you need anything, to reach out to this person, as opposed to just calling the cell phone number, texting the person that placing an order, and then they have to come back and say, oh, I don't work there anymore.
Yeah, maybe Josh personally visited.
That happened to
every
me.
account.
That happened to you?
That happened to me after I was let go from LFD. Like 2 weeks later, I got a call from one of my accounts wanting to place an order. Like, well, this is a little awkward. But I think I forgot to tell you, Steve, on Sunday, when I was working Sunday, Maria called because she needed to know like how many people were going to be there for the event. And so she said let you and Brian know that she was shipping that stuff out on Monday. So I don't know if Brian said anything to you about it yesterday or today at work.
I don't know.
But yeah, Maria's going to be there. Josh is going to be there. And then whoever they hire for the territory is going to be there.
Yeah, I've been working through Josh this week, so we'll see. I don't know what was sent, but he's asking for.
Well, I will tell you, when I left, they had the company send out an email. I sent out a personal email. The new rep sent out a personal email. I called a bunch of people, and I'm still getting orders 3 weeks later from my accounts.
I agree that when stuff like this happens, I mean, people don't read their shit, so that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you don't send it out and let people know, and you find out from a previous rep, then he's now taking on, like Josh is taking on it upon himself to reach out to us because he knows the 10 event's coming up, and he wanted to know what's happening with it. And then he was going to get on the phone with Paul Waller, who's a higher up, who used to be our rep, and Maria as well. And it's like the fact that he's calling and not say Maria or Paul, or there's no email coming out. I mean, I talked to Kristen about this a lot. It blows my mind, the corporate world today, and how like just administrative heavy it is. And with the technology that we have, that you literally they still just miss constantly on simple shit.
There's still a disconnect.
Unreal. And anyone I talk to, especially like in our industry too, but like, Jonathan, you're laughing because it's true. You've been with General long enough that this shit happens all the time. It's the bigger you are, the more people you have, everything else. It's just like,
but that's the key. The more people you have, you think, oh, someone else is possibly doing it, I think. And so things get lost. When it's a small company and there's like 4 people, no one else did it, or you're sitting across from them in the room. But yeah, I mean, I think our
hire one more person that literally that's what they do. When you get fired, Susan is the one that sends out the email to the email list of the rep. Like, all right, Susan, we let this person go. You're the first to know. Now, please send it out to all their accounts. I feel like this is, I don't know, someone in HR, someone.
Well, I know.
Yeah, our HR department does it, and they did it with me. Yeah.
Well, I know when I got hired on by LFD, Michelle had left like 2.5 months earlier, but it was a company phone. So like there were people calling that number expecting to hear Michelle. And then, of course, when I got let go, I had to turn in that phone. But then on social media, I was having accounts reach out to me like through Facebook or through Instagram or through Twitter even, like wanting to place orders. I'm like, that's first. I've never had anyone reach out want to place an order through Twitter.
Yeah, similar thing kind of happened to me. About 2 weeks ago, I got reached out from an old client of mine from a job that I left almost 4 years ago, asking for like a request for like a repair for what I used to do. And I'm like, dude, I have not worked there in almost 4 years. Like I had to forward it to like the franchise owner and stuff. And I'm like, I'm still getting contacted almost 4 years later.
You still got it done, though. That's the thing. That's what's so like. That's the kind of guy you are. You still got it done. So they succeeded in wanting to place that order. Like I have no clue who I need to talk to, so I'll just message this guy because he was so good.
Yeah.
I had one last year when I started, because I've been with Carfagnas now for just over a year, and like 2 weeks after I started, all of a sudden I had a recruiter reach out to me, and they send me like, "Hey, here's a job I'm recruiting for," and I look at it and I'm like, "Huh." I just reply back and I go, "That's the job I just left. Like, it's a billing position with AEP Energy. Like, I just left that job, and also, you're like, oh, it's one of those, and I'm sure Kristen has seen it in her time. It's one of those where it's like, oh, the new position is actually offering more money than I was making when I was working there." Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
So you didn't do it?
Well, obviously, no.
Okay. You have to point a finger at us.
That's wild. You've been
I'm-
there. Almost,
His finger
you've been
looks
there
like
a year
ET
now?
when he does it. It's so long. Mine does too. Okay.
No, I'm looking at what Sean Anderson said.
The ET phone home right there.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry, I had to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
Bunch of
our
bullies.
HR department's pretty good about getting that stuff out, I think. But yeah, it gets missed a lot. The guy I met with Altadis, his boss is Paul Waller.
Yeah, Paul's great.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
but yeah, he was nice, and it's weird, man. I'm meeting with all these companies now, and they're it's interesting, like learning how everybody does things. Everybody's different and interesting. It's an interesting dynamic. I had Drew Estate and Altadis today. As you can imagine, those were two very different meetings. They were both very
I'm
interesting.
sure.
I learned a lot from both of them.
I would imagine. Very different meetings, even though Drew Estate is corporate, right?
Yeah, but they still kind of got that attitude. They still got that JD attitude a little bit, which I like.
That's good.
That kind of like, let's get
Fuck
crazy.
everybody else.
Yeah, I don't want to say that because I'm very corporate now. But
So
yes.
corporate.
Well, I'm not, so I can say it.
Hey, we're gonna
Although,
make you
I
buy
mean-
more for Liga Privada and certain cigars, and then oh, by the way, we don't have any of those to send you. No comment, Jonathan.
No, nothing.
No,
we have
pass,
our own.
pass.
We have our own size exclusives for like Acid and Deadwood and like that are just M&R sizes and kind of blends. So it's kind of cool. We do all these exclusives with these guys. So it gives us a little edge on the competition.
I used to carry one from Meyer and Dutch that was an exclusive for Oliva V.
Yeah. I actually saw that this week because Mr. Ian Hummel, do you guys know him?
Yep.
From Oliva?
Yeah.
Yeah. He sent me a box of Oliva V's as I guess like a congratulations. There was no card or note or anything. It was just a box of Oliva V's. And I was looking it up and I saw that we had a size exclusive.
That actually,
you said, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nate.
Jonathan, that actually reminds me. Last week when I got my order, I had ordered a box of Oliva V's, and someone in the packing department doesn't know how to read because they sent me 2 boxes instead of the one I ordered. So I was like, "Hey, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. You guys sent me an extra box and didn't invoice me, so."
You're gonna get someone fired, man. You got Jonathan Herring on the call here.
It was probably one of our robots. I got to see our robots. They're crazy. So we
you guys have robots picking orders?
Yeah. So it's this. So these cubes are like 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet by whatever. So there's like probably 20 stacked high, probably more than that, probably 40 stacked high by like 100 by 100. It's this huge field of cubes. And we have these little robots and they travel around on top of the cubes. And so say they need to pick a bin that's 20 bins deep. All the robots will come in and they pick a bin, they stack it somewhere else, pick it up. I stood up there and watched them for like 20 minutes. It was the most amazing thing. And so the robots
kind of sounds a little bit like Amazon.
That's where it's
yeah, but we have a different system. It's actually the same robots that Dick's Sporting Goods uses. But anyway, you pick the bins and then they put it on the conveyor belt and then humans pack the boxes, obviously, and check over it. But those robots,
over or not, that's for sure.
Yeah, things happen. But it was pretty incredible to watch that thing. It was like a $20 million deal. But it was wild to watch. I mean, these little robots are just zooming around and they charge themselves and plug themselves in and come out. And at night, because there's different levels of humidity in different places in the thing, all they do all night is shift boxes around to different humidity levels because they all have humidity readers on them to make sure they're all getting evenly humidified. So all night they're still switching bins around.
Do you know what else we do at night?
What?
They're organizing.
Yeah, exactly.
They're organizing. I don't trust any of this shit. I don't like it. I don't like
Skynet.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
It was wild. It was really wild to watch. I mean, I'd seen the videos, but seeing it in person was so crazy.
I don't like it.
Did you say you guys do acid cigars, John?
Yeah, we sell them. Yeah, we're basically wholesalers, so we sell almost everyone's cigars.
Is that like a? I always wonder if that's like a big market for. You don't see everybody buying acids, but everybody buys an acid, I guess.
Yeah, it's the number one selling cigar in the world. Acid Cuba
Yeah.
Cuba.
Cuba Cuba. That's right.
Really?
Cuba Cuba
Yep.
and
Yeah,
Blondie is
And here at the
basically
end,
what made Drew
Holy
Estate
shit!
work.
yep. And here at the
Okay.
end of April, I'll be able to bring them back into the humidor.
Okay.
Did
I've
you have
never
a,
had
Something
an
new
acid.
tonight. Holy shit!
Did you get put on a ban for bringing them in?
What? No, it was that Columbus City Council about flavored tobacco. So I never reordered them. And then when I relayed to my boss the same thing that Brian had told me about, like, hey, like the health department's not going to come in and actually smell and check your tobacco like that, as long as it doesn't say that it's infused or flavored or any flavor descriptors on the packaging, then you're okay. Well, my boss goes, yeah, well, the health department likes to use us, make an example out of us. So I'm like, okay, I'll just wait until after April to bring those back in.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wow.
Technically, acid
Better to
is
be
a
safe.
flavor, right?
Yeah.
Acid's a brand.
Well,
Yeah.
know. I'm just saying. They
Acid,
use the excuse to, it's acid flavor.
No,
No, they're yeah.
no.
they're
The word acid
yeah,
does
they're-
not. But
I know.
the word acid itself does not impart any type of infusion. Just the wording itself. Now the one
Right.
acid cold infusion, well, that right there has infusion in the name. You couldn't do that. But then Tinder Box had to stop carrying the Tatianas because it said right on it, hey, here's all the different flavors that go into that
Right.
this cigar tastes like. So they couldn't sell those.
It was more of like you
but yeah,
said,
so
like they like to cheat, they like to what is it you said? They like to use you guys as the example or whatever it was that you said. And like they give some stupid excuse like, oh, it says acid. Is it flavored like acid? Like that's kind of where I was going as a joke. Not acids are
Oh,
flavored.
yeah.
all that.
Okay.
I've never actually smoked an acid ever. I don't think I've ever had a flavored cigar before, honestly. So
Yeah, I
I'm curious
smoked one with a Drew Estate rep. I was like, I'm going to smoke one, and it was a long 45 minutes.
yeah,
It was rough. They're very, very sweet. They're very sweet.
I'll smoke one at the Tinder Box if it's in the damaged cigar bin.
Yes, you will.
It's like smoking cotton candy. It's weird.
Whatever's free, man.
Yeah.
6 blitzes.
Hey, I'm not as bad as Todd. Calm down. Still the funniest though was Todd and I used to make bets on how sales would go on Saturdays, and so like one time I won the bet, and Todd had to smoke this cigar from Key West that was key lime pie flavored, and it gave him just an absolutely horrible headache. But he smoked it at home, and then when Todd won the bet, I had to smoke a Tatiana Groovy Blue. Well, when I had to pay up for the bet, I wanted to do it right there in front of Todd, so that way he knew I was making good on the bet. So I was in the shop on a Friday night, and I lit up this Groovy Blue.
Pissed everyone off.
It doesn't matter. Oh, absolutely. There's like 10 guys in the shop, and that's all anybody can smell is this fucking grape flavored cigar. And
damn.
And so Larry Schumann comes up to me, and he goes, in 10 minutes, if you don't put that cigar down, I'm going to rip it from your hand.
Wow.
And so I was like, well, I got to make good with the bet with Todd. And Todd goes, nope, you're good. Put it out, please. For the love of God, put it out.
Nice.
No one wants to know that.
No one did.
Kristen, are you giving us a tour of the room here?
No, I'm just closing the blinds so no one can see me.
We can see you, Kristen.
Yeah, we can see you with the blinds closed.
I meant besides the boys in this group chat.
Well, and it's on streaming live on Facebook too.
Oh, that too.
And YouTube.
Facebook and YouTube. That's right.
And
Is this up on Instagram too?
No, usually Instagram's only an hour.
Going on Instagram, actually.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Yeah,
I
apparently
didn't
we
realize
got
it
way
actually
past the
worked.
first hour.
Yeah, Shane,
Interesting.
I tried the heart thing earlier. It didn't work. You may not have enough light.
What's the hard thing? Oh,
Oh, there's the
Oh.
fireworks.
wow.
That's really exciting.
It's super.
Nate,
scary.
Speaking
are
of
you
fireworks, oh, go
doing
ahead.
anything with Jess? And Jonathan Herring, why aren't you with your wife? What's
Oh, here
going
we
on
go.
here?
We,
You first,
my wife
Jonathan.
my wife and I have the real estate agent coming tomorrow to take pictures. So we spent 3 hours working in the house, and then we had a quick dinner, and she's getting ready to go to bed. It was a very romantic Valentine's Day. We are in the midst of a move right now, so everything's just
Where are you moving?
Fort Worth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so our house is going up on the market like next week. So we're doing a government relocation. So the amount of red tape and craziness is pretty wild. So like I've got like a contractor coming Friday to fix some stuff, a HVAC guy coming, the yard guy's coming tomorrow to like trim these bushes in my backyard. Like it's just nonstop craziness. I would get in a time machine. I'm not this kind of guy. I don't like to wish time away, but I would get in a time machine and go to like April 21st right now if I could. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. So anyway, she's tired and ready to go to bed, and I needed a drink.
Makes sense.
And now you, Nate. I believe she addressed you second there.
So if the light over my left shoulder is still on, that means Jess is in the living room watching TV.
There's definitely TV light going on.
Yep, that's Jess laying on the couch watching TV. And she worked from home today. Today was my one day off, so she was in the basement. And I just spent the first few hours of my day in the living room, and then when it was nice and sunny outside, I sat out on the back patio, enjoyed the sunshine, had a couple cigars and a couple pours, and that was it. I mean, Jess is not a Valentine's Day type person. She forgets our anniversary half the time.
Brittany's the same way with both of those. She's not into that stuff.
I mean, there was one year on our anniversary that night we went to bed. It was like 11:30 at night, and as soon as shut the light off and get under the covers, I was like, "Hey, by the way, happy anniversary!" And she goes, "Oh yeah, today was our anniversary, wasn't it?" I was like, "Yep, there it is." So yeah, her Valentine is that I'm still here.
I got Brittany flowers and a little cookie cake shaped like a heart, and so yeah.
See, I can't do that because my wife can't eat those.
And then we had takeout because I was going to cook a nice meal for us, and then we realized the picture people are coming tomorrow, so I didn't want to blow up the kitchen with a big meal and then have to try to make it perfect because we had a cleaning lady come today. So our goal was to like not mess up our house before the picture people get here.
I did make breakfast this morning.
Do you always make breakfast on Wednesdays?
I actually make breakfast every morning.
I was gonna say
but today was
not
bacon
much
and eggs
romance
instead
in
of
here,
sausage
but-
and eggs.
The good old Valentine's Day sausage. Thanks, Shannon.
Steve, you know me well enough. That ain't.
I don't know you that well.
Oh,
whatever you're saying.
My wife and I are so tired right now.
Pretty sure you do, Steve.
The move, like we're just exhausted.
Oh.
We had a lovely dinner. Kristen and I had a lovely dinner on Monday. We went out for a nice Mitchell's restaurant. Had a nice ribeye. She had scallops. We enjoyed our early Valentine's Day.
Yep.
At least I did. I'm not going to speak for her.
I did too. It was very nice.
There you go.
She gave the.
Ow.
No, it was great.
No, that's good.
We're both a little
I will
tired
say, being
from
down
the
here
Super
on the
Bowl
coast,
party.
the seafood has been top notch.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mm.
I'm sure.
Oh, that is it is good food down South Texas.
Mike, how about you? Are you traveling? I mean, what's going on?
This week
Yeah.
I'm mainly just chilling. I have traveled a little bit. Actually for the next 2 days I'm staying local.
Yeah.
So next week I'm actually heading up back toward your guys' way. More so toward Akron, but Columbus is along the way, so I'm sure I'll be making a stop in.
Nice. Not sure what's going on with Kristen over here.
Feels like she's in the Blair Witch
I know, yeah,
Project right now.
I'm getting
I feel like
another
it's about
bottle
to be
of
a
water.
I feel like it's about to be a
Oh.
TikTok dance video.
That's right.
Yeah, right. That angle. It's like, what's going on here? Did the other four of us need to log off? And no.
Just
Or
getting
us
water.
four can log off on Facebook Live, sees the rest.
Yeah, perfect.
How's my boy Tony doing?
Tony's good, man.
Yeah.
Definitely missing Kristen for sure.
He was a very good boy Sunday.
He was. He was a great
Kristen,
host.
where are you, Kristen?
I'm in Denver for work. I'm back tomorrow, but I flew in Tuesday morning.
Nice.
Denver's
travel
a cool
a lot?
city.
It is cool. I'm going here probably once a month. And I went to Boston once because that's where the Hey Dude office is. But I'll probably come here like 3 days a month. But I don't mind it.
What?
It's the area that it's in is in Broomfield, but it's right next to Boulder. So we actually got dinner in Boulder, a girl on my team and I tonight. But it's a nice area and tons of mountains and all that stuff.
Are you repping
Nice.
Hey Dudes now?
So Crocs owns Hey Dude. So Crocs and
No
Hey Dude.
shit. Well, I got both.
Yeah, I got a
sets, so
50%
that's cool.
discount if you need anything.
You can't say
Always.
that. You might get in
Oh
trouble.
boy. Oh boy.
You just announced it to all of Facebook Live too.
Yeah.
Your DMs are about to blow up.
Yeah, I actually just saw it wasn't that long ago. I saw the first like standalone Hey Dude store. I've never seen one. I've only seen
opened. They just opened the end of last year, and there's only like 5 or 6 of them so far.
So what's
I think
crazy? So here in Rockport, every third Friday they put this huge outdoor market on, right over by the water, and a big ass semi truck pulls up, and it's nothing but Hey Dudes in it.
I like the branding.
You could walk in and like choose all your shit and pay and walk out the other side. It's
I have the
wild.
same question as Sean. I have no idea what a Hey Dude is.
Hey Dude is actually it's a 90s Nickelodeon TV show. That's what it is.
No,
I do know that. I do
It
know
was,
that.
yeah.
Good answer.
Yes. Sean, it is a sneaker, mostly men's sneakers.
More casual shoe, not to.
Casual slip-on shoe.
Yes. I'm
So should
currently
my
wearing
dad
some Hey
switch
Dude.
from
Comfortable.
Skechers
Very,
to
very
Hey Dudes?
comfortable.
Yep.
My dad's a big Sketcher man. Yeah, I think he
Yep.
owns dress Skechers, work Skechers, church Skechers.
That's
Church
kind of like Hey
Skechers.
Dude.
Yeah.
There's a dressy. I actually have a boot version of them. They make boots
Oh, wow.
too.
I thought
No
Skechers
shit.
was for like 50 and over, and Hey Dude was under 50.
I don't think that's right.
So we're
Yeah,
trying.
my dad's
to do
like 60, 65, so
I'm
he's,
on the
rocking
borderline,
Oh,
mate.
okay.
Come on now. I'm on the borderline here.
You can
I've heard
definitely wear them, Sean. Or Shannon.
I've also heard like they're called
No, I
Hey
love
Dudes,
them.
but I've also heard the term Hey Dad because a lot of dads wear them too.
Definitely
that's
a
kinda-
dad shoe.
Everybody down here on the water, all you see is Hey Dudes. And
Yeah.
they're just comfortable slip-ons, they're great.
Love to
Yeah.
hear it.
With or
Well, if
without
they're called
socks.
Hey Dads, I think Mike's the only one.
Am I the only dad?
Go ahead,
Am I
Steve.
the only parent in this group?
Thanks.
Wow.
So.
I have a
Yep.
stepson. I don't have any children myself. I have a stepson, but He's 26.
Ah.
So
Mine are not that old yet.
We have Tony. So
I raised him from 9. So
Oh, cool.
he's my boy.
Yeah, mine are 14. Yeah, 14, almost 8, 5, and my youngest will be 1 next month.
Damn.
Oh, damn, you got the whole spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Rocco's turning 1.
Who's your favorite?
It's funny. I was just
Everyone's
asked
got a
that
favorite.
question.
Yeah,
I was
everyone's
just
got a
asked that question yesterday. I'm like, you can't
What?
say that. You can't answer that question.
But you have
Like,
it.
it's the 1-year-old.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He doesn't ask for
Yeah.
anything yet.
Oh, he's fun. He's like I will admit this, and I actually admitted this yesterday. Out of all 4 of my children, like when they're like little babies, Rocco by far is the most smiley, happy-go-lucky of them all. I would say like he's just a bundle of like, yeah, he gets angry, he gets frustrated, but most of the time, like you just look at him, he's just smiling, laughing at you like all the time.
Just
Nice.
by the name of Rocco, I feel like you got some good names. What are the names? Why everybody?
So my oldest daughter, her name's Summer. My son's name is Colby. My
Nice.
youngest daughter is Adeline, and then Rocco.
Bro,
I had a
those are all
friend in
good
college
names.
named Colby, and he was the master of the Irish goodbye. He was always the drunk driver of the group.
Classic.
So he would drive us out, and the goal was like you wanted to get a ride back to the apartment with him, but he never wanted to take anyone back. So whoever saw him last, everyone had to buy him a drink. So it was a game we played. Whoever was the last person to see him, so you had to like document like I saw him at the corner of this street and this street when we were walking to this bar, and whoever could come up with who saw him last everybody got to buy him a drink. But it was a drinking game we played every time we went out, and Colby was the master of disappearing.
Nice.
He would just like dive into some bushes when you were walking, and you'd never see him again the rest of the night. He'd show up the next day, and just what happened? He's like, I just went back home. And like, yeah, I was supposed to get a ride with you, and he's like, oh man, I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it was yeah.
No, he didn't forget. He just didn't want to be around all you drunk asses.
He was drunk too. Yeah.
No, I thought you said he was the driver.
Yeah, he was.
It's an Irish
and the
goodbye.
drinker.
No,
It was a true Irish goodbye.
I remember when I was in college, when I would come home on a weekend or for the holidays, I would always end up being the designated driver for my sister and all her friends because they'd all want to go out to a sports bar on Friday night that had karaoke. And at the time, I didn't drink at all, even though I was of age. Like, I didn't drink until 2 days before I graduated college.
Really?
So they always wanted me to drive. Oh, yeah.
I think if I was you, I would have just
there was
lasted until graduation, maybe. Like
well, it was
2 days
actually
before
a
you
party
gave in.
that. So we were me and my small group of friends. We were all done with finals, and we actually rented a hotel room in Findlay, and we got some bottles of booze, and we went to the hotel room, and we just played cards and drank until and smoked cigars in the hotel until about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
What was your
So
drink
I mean,
of
like
choice
that
back then?
was honestly when I was in college. This is going to sound really bad. I want to say it was like Kahlua.
Nice.
And then
Just
Yeah.
straight Kahlua,
And
or were
then-
you mixing it with milk?
oh no, just straight Kahlua.
Nick.
And
How do you
then
get Kahlua?
but then when I would
You
A
work
lot.
hard at it.
or
Yeah.
you
That's
just
the
or you
recipe
just
for the
didn't
shit.
I was gonna say,
or you just didn't.
have to get bubble guts before you got any buzz.
Yeah.
Man.
But then like when I was in my early 20s, I was actually a Scotch guy. That was the first like hard liquor that I was drinking was Scotch.
That was my next question. What was the first bridge?
Yes, no, it was Scotch.
Most people
so
go
I was,
Kahlua to Scotch. That's pretty normal.
It's not normal, Jonathan.
yeah. So no, so I was that weird 24-year-old that was drinking Scotch and smoking cigars.
So you like
So,
the
like,
peatiness
everyone's
of the
going-
Kahlua, and you were like, Where can I get more of this
No.
peatiness?
No,
How can this get any peatier? Yes, it can.
Oh, shit.
no, I was
switch to
actually more.
Lefroy.
I was more. No, oh God, no. The first 2 months after Jess and I started dating, she bought me a bottle of Lefroy 10 for my birthday,
You stole
and
it.
that was I could. No, I drank it, but oh my gosh, it was terrible. She was trying to find me the 18, but couldn't find it, and it was just too peaty. Like I did not like it whatsoever. The next year, she made up for it in her mind. She got me Macallan 18, and but no, like I was a Glenfiddich guy. So I had
Me
one
too.
night where I was, and I was still living at home, and my mom and my stepdad was a pastor. They didn't know that I drank, but I had this bottle of Glenfiddich 15 in my bedroom, and yeah, see, I
How
knew
old were
Steve.
you?
That's one of Steve's favorites.
I've heard this story.
Well, I was still living at home,
42.
so I'll say I'm not even 42 now, god damn it. So
You
I
were
would say
of
I was
drinking age, is my
23,
point.
24.
Yeah.
Yes, I was 23, 24. Like I hadn't even moved out on my own yet.
You're hiding booze in your
And
your
I was
room.
yeah. Being a pastor's kid, right?
I would have done the same thing. At my
Drink
parents'
wine,
house.
dude.
So I had a bottle of Glenfiddich 15. I was sitting in my room and I started watching Bourne Ultimatum, which was the third movie of the Bourne Identity series. And
I'm loving this story.
I
Dude, that's like
drank.
starting with Kahlua.
I drank about half the bottle. I drank about half the bottle while watching that movie. And of course, all the Bourne Identity movies are shot with that handy cam. And so the screen keeps moving and I'm drunk. And so the screen's moving even more. And I actually had to turn the movie off so that way I didn't get sick.
Holy hell.
Hey, at least you weren't watching on a 3D TV back then.
I'm not making fun of you, but I'm like picturing like you're 23, 24 years old, getting hammered in your room watching the Bourne movies, but you can't leave your room because you probably stumble and run into something and then they know you're drunk.
So I got a good question off.
Well, the good
Nate's
thing was
story
the
here.
bathroom. The bathroom was 3 feet away from my bedroom, so it's not like I had to stumble far.
It's fair.
So Nate,
Go ahead, Shannon.
Nate kicked off his drinking career at the end of his college career, correct?
Sounds like it.
So
yeah,
That's right.
2 days before
my
graduation.
question to everybody on the panel is, when's your first memory of like start drinking? What did you drink? And like, was it high school, college, whatever it was?
No, wait. My first drink was way before that.
Well, I'm talking like continuing, like where it was like.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because I was about to say my
those
first
are two
drink,
different
I was about
things.
5 years old.
Not your first
I was
drink
5
ever,
years
like
old.
when
My
you
parents.
They went to rehab at 7.
yeah. Now you know why he
I
was sneaking drinks at 20-something. He had a
Yeah, he was in
Problem
We'll start with
elementary
Steve. We'll start with Steve and work across the panel here.
Go ahead.
I didn't drink until I was 21. And honestly, I can't really remember I didn't really care for the taste of beer, but I drank some, I want to say probably Miller High Life at
That tracks.
Thanks. Start classy, right? You gotta start classy. I had
the
High
champagne
Life.
of beers.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, Miller High Life probably, and it was at CJ's in Miami where I went, Oxford. So they were like, I think it was like $1.25 a beer or something like that. Yeah.
How about you, Mike?
Well, I do remember one of my first memories of actually getting legitimately drunk, which kind of piggybacking off of Nate's story slightly, but not quite the same. This was probably, it was 2003. So I was actually I was in high school still, and kind of paint the picture. So do you guys remember back in the early 2000s when big screen TVs were like those ginormous like boxes that took like 3
The
people to
big
move?
floor models. The big
And
floor models.
Yeah, so I grew up in like a smaller house, so my bedroom was probably what 12 feet by like maybe 12 feet, and we pushed one of our big screen TV up into my room. And back when
Damn.
Jack Daniels used to have like those little like the little flavored Jack Daniels, there was like a grape one, there was like a pineapple, all those things. Do you guys remember those?
Shit.
So
I
me
don't
and some of
remember
my
grape
friends.
Jack Daniels.
No.
So it was all I remember. It was purple. It was a little bottles Jack Daniels. Like we stole them from my older brother, and me and some of my friends got drunk in my room watching Super Troopers. If you guys remember that movie,
Oh yeah.
on the big screen TV in my bedroom. That was my first. But other than that, I was never really big on drinking. I mean, I'm still not the biggest, but my main go-to has always been tequila. If I'm going to do anything, it's usually
Nice.
tequila. But it wasn't until I went on the podcast the first time. Was it last year? I think it was like in May, is when I really started to dip into the bourbon. And ever since then, I've got a cabinet full of multiple different bourbons, and I still don't drink a whole lot, but it's nothing but tequila and bourbon. Like that's pretty much exclusively what I'll do.
I was not much of a
Nice.
bourbon guy until Steve and Jake started the podcast. Then I started getting more into bourbons.
Yeah.
Nice.
But like
Aaron?
go ahead.
So I was an intern in Washington D.C. the summer between my freshman and sophomore year, and so I was like 19. I turned 19 while I was there, and it was all older kids living in this house. It was like a real world house. So it was like 3 guys in the top floor and like 5 women in the middle floor and like 2 guys in the bottom floor, and they were all like 22, 23. Apparently, I didn't know that you were supposed to wait a while before you did your DC internship. But so I was with these guys that went to Penn State, and they were like, let's play beer pong. And I was like, okay. And they're like, here's the rules. We play with still reserve, and you can't, and you got to have one in your hand at all time. And if we count to 3, you don't do it out loud, but if you count to 3 and you don't take a sip, you got to finish your still reserve.
Wait.
So, yeah. So you'd just be holding the can while you're playing. If you don't take a sip, like every couple of seconds, and they count to 3, you got to finish
rules, man.
the can is still reserve. So I had to finish a few still reserves, starting out, because I would get caught up in the game. So I realized that I had this ability to chug that was unbelievable.
It's a gift.
So I
from
could
God.
just chug it, like crazy. So these guys were like, wow, this is incredible. So one night somebody brings out some vodka, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. So I filled up a styrofoam cup, probably a 16-ounce styrofoam cup, full of vodka, and I'm like, watch this, guys. And I just chugged it. And they were like, God. Jonathan, that was a really stupid thing. And I thought it was all the same. I thought it was like chugging a beer.
God, you were
Right.
stupid.
Yeah, I was very dumb. I didn't realize.
Wow.
Steve, I was helping run the country at the time. So this can tell you a lot of things. This can explain a lot about our country. And so
Yeah.
we're all going to this intern party, and they're like, you can't come to the party. And I was like, yeah, I want to go to the party. And they're like, no, in about 20 minutes, you're going to be sick as a dog. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And so they were like, okay, you can come. So we get to the party, and I just remember I'm at the top of the stairwell in one of those old, what are they called? Brick, the 3-story brick houses.
Brownstone.
Like a brownstone.
So it's this classy intern party, and I just get to the top of the stairs and just puke all the way down the stairs. Just projectile down the stairs. And so the girl, one of the girls with us was like, Jonathan, we got to get you home like now. And so she was like, I'll walk you back. So she walked me back, and I had the spins for about 3 hours, just sitting in my room. I wanted to go to sleep so bad. But that was my first night of real drinking, and
Wow.
did not go well.
Did you ever touch vodka again?
No, I drink vodka now, but it took years to get back on that train.
All right, Shannon.
I really didn't know. I just thought you could just chug a cup of something, and it was like chugging a beer. And if your body doesn't know what vodka is, you can chug it.
Oh,
Sure.
100%.
Because your body has no idea. It's like, this tastes like water. This is nothing.
A good vodka. Yeah, there's barely any flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So yeah,
No,
that was when
my experience
going.
started in high school. I think it was my sophomore, junior year, whatever year. And it was in high school, so I was in the early '90s. So the big thing back then was Mad Dog and Boone's Farm, the little high school party.
Sure.
So I remember the first party I went to, we were drinking Boone's Farm, Strawberry Fields. Is that right? Does that sound
Sounds
right?
nice. That sounds good.
Oh God, dude. I remember
Sounds
getting
classy.
trashed on that. Yeah, I felt pinkies up. You know what I mean? Drinking.
Oh yeah, you and the rest of the girls, absolutely, yeah.
I remember drinking that. I was like, oh, this isn't that. This isn't that bad. And we went to another house party, and they brought out the Mad Dog 2020.
It was a rough
And
shift for you, wasn't it?
that was the worst. I remember running out the front door, yakking all over the front yard. Like, that was my introduction to drinking. Then it switched into drinking 40s of St. Ives malt liquor.
Jesus.
You know, so that
Is
was
that
my
Mad Dog
introduction.
worse than Malort?
What's that?
Is that Mad Dog worse than Malort?
No,
That?
no.
Nothing's worse than Malort.
Mad Dog is just, and it's just, it's a 40, right? Like
It's a
It would come in
it's
pints.
it's a malt
get in
liquor.
pints.
Yeah.
And it was just the foulest. Like, it was like grape and whatever flavors. We were drinking grape, and it was so fucking bad. But we bought Boone's Farm just for the girl.
I don't know, you saw Kristen, like obviously Kristen, you know.
I love.
So, like my first drinking experience was as a kid when my parents were hosting a Halloween party at our house, and I went to the fridge and there was the Bartle and James.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was 5, and I saw this grape flavored Bartles and James, and I was like, "Oh, well, my favorite Kool-Aid is Purple Saurus Rex, which is
Sure,
grape."
Same thing.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm just gonna drink one of these, and I just downed an entire bottle, and then disappeared to my bedroom. And about 30 minutes later, my dad comes to the bottom of the stairs, and he's looking in the living room, looking in the family room. He's like, "Has anyone seen my son?" And all of a sudden, my bedroom was on the far end, the last bedroom in the hallway upstairs. And I come running down the hallway because the bathroom was right at the top of the stairs. And I had on those full body pajamas that had the white feet that were flammable. You guys remember those, where it's the zip up and everything?
Oh yeah.
The onesie with feet.
Absolutely. And I get to the top of the stairs, and I turn to my right, and I see my dad, and I just go, "Dad, I'm not going to make it." And I just proceeded to piss myself.
Nice.
And that's why I did. And of course, because I'm wearing the onesie with the flammable feet on the bottom, it just kind of puddled and pooled in the feet. So that's
some duck feet going on.
So that's part of the.
Damn it.
So that's part of the reason why I didn't drink
Filthy.
until.
Oh my god!
But then there's the
Probably
story though.
College people that did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a onesie.
In a onesie. Yeah.
And then some of you may know the
EP.
story of when I was a rep for LFD and went to Dominican Republic. Our first night there, we went to this bar and restaurant, and we were sitting on the patio, and Lido orders a bottle of scotch and a bottle of rum for the entire table. And my boss makes me a rum and Coke, which I wasn't a rum and Coke guy. There are certain rums I like now, but just I'm not a rum and Coke kind of guy. So I drank that. And then in front of me is this 12-year-old scotch. And I was like, "Hey, pass me that bottle." And I was the first one to open it. Everyone else was drinking the rum. I went to the scotch, and I just started sitting there and pouring and sipping. And after about 3 hours there, we go to leave to head back to Camp David, what they called it. And the rep from California looks at me and goes, "Hey, anyone else drink that scotch?" And I was like, "I don't think so, because the bottle's in front of me pretty much the whole night." "Why?" He goes, There's about a finger left in that bottle.
Oh,
Got
Jesus.
after it.
And I was like, oh shit.
It hits
That
so
walk
down
had
in the
to
Caribbean,
suck.
dude. You can just drink.
So
That's right, man.
so we were in Lito's Chevy Tahoe going back to the resort, and I've got a window seat, and I'm, the roads in Santiago, Dominican Republic are not the greatest, and I'm sitting there feeling it. But I make it back to the resort, and we go up to my boss's room. He had a patio, and everyone on the sales team goes out to the patio, and they're all smoking cigars. I'm just sitting in a deck chair right next to the railing. And about 10 minutes in, all of a sudden it just hits me, and I just lean right over the second floor balcony and just blah.
Man.
Damn.
Third floor. We were third floor. And of course I feel embarrassed. I feel bad about it. So I just bolt out of there. I go down to the second floor to my room, go to the bathroom. I wash my face, take my shirt off. And I'm just standing there in the bathroom in my dress pants and my undershirt, just hands on the counter, like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. And my roommate, who had just started with the company, comes in and he's like, "You all right, dude?" I grab a cigar and I went, "Fuck it, let's go." And I went back upstairs with a cigar.
That's the way to do it, brother.
Puking
I
around,
walked-
man.
There you go.
I
Yeah.
walked right back out to the patio, and the first thing I said when I walked through the door was, "Who's got a fucking light?" And they all looked at me like I just come back from the dead.
Yeah.
Rally, baby.
And then the
Put your
next day
rally
I felt
cap on.
That's right. The next day I felt fine, but I didn't touch a single drink that next day.
No. Smart man.
But I felt fine. I felt fine.
The PNR is a solid move.
Yeah.
I used to have friends that could do it. Like we'd be having all day keg parties in college, and they would just fall down on the couch and sleep for like 40 minutes. And get up and keep it going. I'm like, if I go to sleep, I'm done. But they could just like. One of my friends was 6'10", and I remember we had an air mattress pumped up in the bottom floor, and he literally, like a tree, just fell over.
Mm-mm.
And I was like, he's out. He's done. And 30 minutes later, he's back up at it, and I'm like, that's why you're a Division I athlete, sir.
They're built different. They're built different.
Yeah, built different, dude.
Yeah.
Built for tough.
First of all, I thought the air mattress was going to pop when 260, 610 landed on it, but it handled it.
Nice.
And
That's
he
a
was-
scrawny 6'10".
Yeah,
Well, it's distributed differently when you're that size. You got to think about
It really pissed me off because he was 6'10" and we were the same waist size. And back then, I was probably only like 190, 6'3", 190, and we were the same waist size. And I was like, it's built like a V,
D1 athlete, like you said.
Yeah, it was a little different.
Was he basketball or volleyball?
Basketball, dude. He's
All right.
an NBA coach now.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Shit.
Well, boys, we're coming up on 2.5 hours. I'm going to probably, I'm going to call this as far as the live stream. You guys can hang out. Everyone that's listening live, Sean Anderson, you've been with us for most of for a while now. So appreciate you listening, Sean. We'll have to get you on this next time. But yeah, you guys appreciate this. This was good. I hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day. And we'll have guests on next week. It'll be really cool, actually. We're going to be doing some single barrel Irish stuff coming on.
Ooh.
The guys from Bua Irish Whiskey, along with Ann Dimmick's coming back on after a very long hiatus from the show.
Very nice.
So that'll be fun. And after that, we've got some familiar faces from Echo Spirits, possibly, and also Amy Schertzinger is going to be back on here in 2 weeks. So it should be fun. And thank you for the fireworks, Shannon. And like I said, if you guys are for you guys on here, I'll end the stream, but you guys can stay on here. But guys, have a great Happy Whiskey Wednesday. Happy Valentine's Day. And this was fun. So give us your feedback if you watch this live or if you watch it after the fact. But guys, cheers. We'll see you next week.
All right, boys.
See ya.
Be good.
Cheers.
I gotta head out.